Channel 83.
Wow.
And now,
we'll do it live.
Live on YouTube.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Do
it.
That's right. And you know what else I want you to do?
Do it.
Is I want you all to repeat after me.
What's that?
Shohei Ohtani is not, N-O-T, the greatest player of all time in Major League Baseball. Stop it. Stop being a prisoner of the moment. No, he's not. And we'll get to that here on this program.
That's got to be racist.
You don't even know. All weekend long, this has chafed my butt.
Oh, we know.
You got a tissue for me?
We know. My phone been blown up. Hey, man, make sure you tell Rob he wrong.
No.
Hey, man, how you doing? Is Rob okay? Hey, man, I heard Rob threw up in his mouth at home. Hey, man, did you do a welfare check on Rob?
All right.
They had me knocking on your door to see if you were all right. Steve DeSager told me, and he said, go check on Rob, man.
That's right. All right, say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the odd couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on this Magic City Monday.
Oh!
That's right. And you'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio program on the planet. At least when people are still awake. Sorry about that, Ben.
Are.
That's right. I can't see you because you're asleep in your bed.
Just so
Write
great.
it down. Committed to memory. 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen who can't coordinate numbers and letters, it's 877-996-6369.
It's not trigonometry.
And if you hear feedback on the line, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And with that said, always remember.
Sweetie Bitty, yeah.
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem, turn off your station.
That's right. Alex, I'm going to write it in the lead for that. I mean, that has to be included.
Too good.
It's too good. Rob, look at Rob.
Rob G going to have a fit.
He's like, okay.
The
let's
keep
whole
adding.
first block.
I know.
People been waiting their whole day,
Whatever.
ignoring their wives and kids to listen to this show.
I want
and
the whole first segment to just be a button
is
for
just
me.
going to be intros.
I want you to know, I swear to you, real quick, I'm not going to eat up time, real quick. No, seriously. Our program director, when I was doing a show in Detroit, he wanted us to change the Parker and the Man theme song. It was a catchy, and it went for a minute and a half. It was a song. And people used to they told us, rush to their car to just hear, even though you hear it every day,
Right. It's
to want to hear it. It was like this.
It's like the TV themes on
Exactly.
Thursdays. You want to
know
hear
what I mean?
Golden
You wanna
Girls.
hear
You
it.
want to hear Fresh Prince.
And so he fought with us to change it. Like, okay, I just want you guys to change it. We changed it for one day.
Phone lines blew up.
He was flooded with calls. He came in the next day. He said, "Put your theme song back on."
Yeah. Take that, Rob G.
That's right.
Let us do a 10-minute intro.
Stop it.
Take that for data.
That's
Take
right.
that for that. And I'm slapping it.
All right.
Slapping the desk.
Hey, how are you? Are you ready to go?
Good, man.
We got a lot to get to.
A whole lot, too, man. The sports was given this weekend.
Man, and a Game 7 winner-take-all for the American League Championship Series. The winner, of course, the Blue Jays and the Mariners. They play the Dodgers for the World Series. That'll kick off later this week. So much to do, so little time. Let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew because we wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without them. The old man, Rob G, who hates any kind of fun on a radio show.
Hey, you damn kids! Get off my lawn!
Get off my radio!
That's right. If you don't like it, then turn your station.
Hey, guys, I just, come on. Come on,
Yes,
guys.
can you just get to the show? All right, Alex is our engineer. Steve DeSager is at the anchor desk. He'll keep
Never
us
heard of
updated.
him. Never heard of him. Never heard of him.
And Elijah is our social media.
I don't know what he has to do to
Never
get
heard of him.
No doubt. All right, hey, Rob G.
Packer. We got to talk about
now you need me, huh, Rob? Before it was like, I don't care what
we
Rob
got
G
to talk
thinks. I'm
about
gonna
the
play
Giants'
17 opens.
epic collapse is what we got to talk about.
I need you to set it up.
You've done better requests for the setups before.
I don't know what to say.
You've asked for the
anymore.
tables to be set a little bit better before.
I just
Man, we're in this nice
No,
restaurant.
no.
Looks good. Can you set the table up? You just said.
No, I just set it
I
up.
felt like Rob G. Then you felt like you were back home with one of your kids, Daddy.
Yep. That's pretty much how it goes. But anyways, yes, big week, big Sunday, big weekend of sports.
Oh, yeah.
And of all the storylines that hit, outside of what happened on Friday night, which we'll get to later in the show, the biggest one to come out of the weekend has to be, without a doubt, that epic comeback in Denver. The Denver Broncos come back to stun Jackson Dart and the New York Football Giants. They were trailing. They hadn't scored through the first 3 quarters, okay? They were up by 18 points with 6 minutes to play before yesterday.
5 minutes to play.
NFL teams had lost 1,602 consecutive games when trailing by that amount of points with that little amount of time. And yet, Bo Nix did Bo Nix things, accounting for 4 touchdowns, 33 points in the fourth quarter, and the Denver Broncos prevail 33-32 over the Gigantes.
As usual, Rob G buried the lead. If you were my reporter and you turned in a story about the Denver Broncos and not the New York Football Giants, I would send that story back. Because that story was not about the Denver Broncos at all. Zero, zip, nada. It was about the New York freaking Football Giants who choked down a colossal game. 18 points with 5 minutes to go had never happened. I'm going to mirror this to one other situation. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
It's when the Knicks lost to the Pacers with 2:43 to go, and they choked down that lead. Guess what happened? It cost, call me Mr. Tibbs, his job. Tom Thibodeau was fired after that, and I told you, if you can't get fired off of that, you can never get fired. Brian Daboll, pack your bags. Your life as head coach of the New York freaking Football Giants is over. Are you kidding me? This is not the first time this year. He mishandled the game against Dallas, and it cost him a game. That's 2 freaking games this year by him alone. Are you serious? Denver, my ass. I don't care what Bo Nix did. I don't care. Because if the Giants did what they were supposed to do, how do you rush 3 men and let the quarterback have all day? Of course he threw for touchdowns. There was no pressure. How do you turn a great quarterback into a mediocre one? You apply the pressure. You're rushing 3? Come on, Kelvin. You know football. That's why the players walked off. You neutralized them. Oh, but there are 8 guys out there in the DB, so that no.
You don't get nobody that much time.
Thank you. I don't care who you are. And guess what? People run themselves open. They know where they're going. It's hard on the defense. You know why? Because they don't know where you're going. Are you kidding me? Brian Daboll, pack your bags.
Well, Brian Daboll definitely is texting you. You know my theory. He is at home right now updating the LinkedIn page. He is up now talking to his agent like, yeah, what you think? Anything else out there? Because this is an epic collapse. We know that. Rob G just mentioned 1,600 times. You can't be the first of something to happen 1,600 times. Now, we know the first is going to happen in anything in life. That's why it's the first. However, you don't want to be the first that it happened to. And this is the other thing, too. This is the second or third time that we've seen Brian Daboll have meltdowns on the field. Remember the whole blue tent issue and yelling at a health person like, man, what did I do?
Yelling at a doctor.
Yelling at a doctor who's just trying to check up on your, could be a star quarterback. And he's doing his job. And so you can feel the pressure on Daboll. You can see the pressure mounting on him. He's overthinking, he's overcorrecting, and he's not inspiring his team in the sense that there's no way you're supposed to lose this game where you allow them. If they score 20, I get it. That happens. People score, have a hot fourth quarter. 33 points can't happen in the fourth quarter, and especially when somebody on this show said the Giants have the best defense and they're going to be the best team in the NFC East. His name is Rob G. Talked about their defense.
No, that's why Rob G wants to talk about Denver.
No, I am going to get to Denver on the other side of this, but that's just that's a horrible loss for a team that had a chance to be building on something, right? That had some chance to be building
That's
momentum.
A huge win. That would be a huge win.
Again, nobody has expectations, except Rob G, that they're going to be anything. But you get a big win like that against a team people have, huge playoff aspirations for. You feel good. Your young quarterback, your young running back doing some things. You got some mojo going out there. So that's a big letdown from your coach. It's a big letdown for the team, and he's been having these meltdowns the last 2 or 3 weeks that is starting to make, I'm imagining, folks in New York look at him and question him as a head coach. The only other thing I will say, what the heck is up with the Broncos where they're supposed to be Sean Payton, a Hall of Fame coach, Sean Payton is offensive guru, and they can't freaking score. If you take that fourth quarter away in the fourth quarter against the Eagles 3 weeks ago, but 2 weeks prior to that, they have 16 points in 3 games. So I am concerned what the heck is going on with the Broncos that they're supposed to be, again, an offensive juggernaut with Sean Payton. And prior to the fourth quarter, they had 16 points if you take away that fourth quarter and the fourth quarter of the Eagles. So something's up with the Broncos, but they found their swag, and it reminded me of an even greater version of J.J. McCarthy. Remember J.J. McCarthy was trashed the first 3 quarters and then went crazy in the fourth quarter earlier in the season? Week 1, I believe it was. That's what it looked like. But you can't lose. There's no way you can lose that game. And there's no way I want to lose the momentum that I'm building with this young core of mine if I'm Daboll and the Giants.
No doubt. I mean, what a bad day for the New York Football Giants. Just another disaster. And I'm telling you, it's like that Knicks game. Like after they lost that,
this is
it really like it's equivalent because both of those are historic collapses. Like in that Knicks game, they're up 1-0 against Indiana. Do you know what I mean? Like that changes everything. And not only did they lose that game, they came back and followed that up. And here's the other thing: if you're ownership or whatever, dude, didn't we just see this with the Cowboys when they allowed the Cowboys to tie it and beat them in overtime? This is not the first time. Anybody who watches the New York Football Giants closely, there's no way you look at that and go, well, it was a one-off. It's not a one-off. Enough already. Brian Daboll, look at his his last 3 years. Whatever they won, 11 games or something? Like, seriously, it's been awful.
And last point for me, too, Daboll, part of being a head coach is controlling both sides of the ball. And you mentioned it. You're giving up points. They're supposed to be good defensively. And you give up a bunch of points to Dallas and let them come back. You give up all these points in the fourth quarter. So it can't just be like, oh, well, he's the offensive guru. Look what he's going to do with Jackson Dart. It's like, no, you're a head coach of the entirety of the team. Special teams, defense, offense as well. So that's a game you need to win to beat a good team in the Broncos who have been struggling offensively the last 3 weeks. Again, they've been disappointing as well. The Broncos, I'm not high on them like everybody else is.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. And we're not asking you whether or not Shohei is the greatest player in Major League Baseball because he ain't.
No, that's coming later.
But we're talking about the New York freaking Football Giants and the collapse job. And I know Rob G wants to talk about the Denver Broncos. I'm sorry. This is about the New York Football Giants. Where are you? Who's to blame? Did we just tip our cap to the Denver Broncos because they turned on some magic in the fourth quarter? Or is this an indictment of Brian Daboll, who should be fired as Giants head coach? Any day now. I don't know, any week. Definitely at the end of the season. But my God. 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. It is the Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday, and I'm steaming hot. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Unless for some reason you think Ohtani's the greatest in the US of A.
Yeah, the rest of the world.
That's all right. People have been wrong before.
That's right.
Yeah. Alex almost went through that. I know, maybe I almost. All right, today's job search. Well, we know it can be tough with endless online searches and applications. No phone calls, right? No interviews. Nothing but automated email responses. But wait, what if there was a different way to find a job? We're going to guess what? There is this Express Employment Professionals, and it is a staffing agency that works alongside companies to hire candidates for any job of type of job. And Express can help you get a job that matches your qualifications. The local Express team are your advocates in the job market. And the best part, Express never charges a fee for their support. So learn more at expresspros.com. Stop waiting. Express will help you find out what you want from your job, keep you updated on job openings, and they'll help you land your next role. So choose Express Employment Professionals for your one connection to dozens of local jobs with more than 870 locations. There's always an office in your area. The best part, Once Express has your information, you'll be the first to hear about new opportunities that match your skills. So start by finding a location at expresspros.com and contact your local office when? Today.
It will happen. I'm going to go the opposite, only because I think basketball of all the sports is very viable where you look at a woman having played basketball at a certain level and then coach. I can't see a woman as a baseball manager, hardball, not soft, like football, no. You know what I mean? I can't. I really can't. And it doesn't mean that they couldn't know about football being some sort of coach or, like that. Same, I know women play hockey too on that level, but basketball is apples to apples. It really is the game, is for the most part. And more fundamentally sound, would you say, women, where men are more athletic and above the rim and all that kind of stuff and whatnot. So I'm not positive I agree with her that it's not going to happen in her lifetime. I mean, I didn't think that we'd see a black president in the United States. I got to be honest. Don't
do that, because I got jokes.
No, but I didn't. I really didn't.
You might not ever again.
But I didn't. I don't. You might be right. Yeah, but my point is, if there is a sport, and she might be right that they're not ready to do it now. You know what I mean? But to say never, I just think basketball, women's basketball, men's basketball, men coach women's basketball left and right.
100%.
Right? You don't have to be a female to coach women's basketball. And I get it. It's a male-dominated business and sports and whatnot. But there was something missing because Becky Hammond was on that track to be a head coach in the NBA. She was. Pop picked her, made her put her on the bench with the Spurs. She interviewed with a couple teams, and for whatever reason, nobody pulled the trigger on her. I don't know if it was something about her. You know what I mean? Once she got in there, there are people like that who should be coaches. Who's the guy for the Lakers forever? He finally got Rob G. Finally got a head coach in Byron
Scott.
No, who's the other guy? He was on.
What era?
He was with Phil Jackson, and he just could not. Oh my God, I cannot.
Brian Shaw. Yeah.
Remember that
Brian
for
Shaw.
a long time.
So great. Yes. Everybody
Brian
kept saying, why is Brian Shaw getting this?
He finally get a head coaching job.
You know who that is now? Sam Cassell.
Okay, Sam Cassell. There's another guy. he's been paid his dues.
Everybody's like
Sam.
Yeah.
And whatever reason he's interviewed for some jobs, they don't pull a trigger on Sam Cassell, and they didn't pull a trigger on Becky Hammond, even though she was set up for it. Like the best coach at the time in the NBA is like all in on her, the endorsements, giving her a job that no other woman had on an NBA team, responsibility. When he was out, she coached. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everything. And it didn't happen in San Antonio, and it didn't happen anywhere else. But I think that of all the sports, it could happen in basketball because the games are so close. Are they ready right now? No. But Dawn said not in her lifetime. I disagree with that.
I strongly disagree with in my lifetime. I absolutely believe it's going to happen. I believe it might happen in the next decade. Couple of reasons why. Now, I do think current political climate may need to change. That's all I'm going to say about that. But there's a couple of reasons why the NBA. Number one, the NBA is the most progressive of all the leagues, right? They usually try to be forward-thinking. They try to be ahead of the curve in certain things, socially, politically, all those kind of things. They try to do that. They've already integrated. It's almost like weird now if you're an NBA team and you don't have a woman on your bench, some type of coach, whether assistant, whether film coach, something. You're some type of assistant coach. The Lakers here in LA have one as well, maybe even more. But so it's not far-fetched. And I think inherently, you mentioned it, because it's skill to skill, like hoop is hoop is hoop. You grow up playing ball. Dude, if you go to a local 24-hour fitness, LA Times right now, there's going to be a couple of ladies out there playing.
No doubt about it.
And you don't think twice. Like, yo, she can hoop. Let's go hoop.
She can shoot. She can
shoot.
play.
She can hoop. And it's just natural. I grew up, you plenty of
like
girls.
when I played Nancy Lieberman in that game.
Exactly. And you know what? Nancy Lieberman is coaching in the Big Three. You led me to where I was going to go. Nancy Lieberman is coaching in the Big Three, which is very volatile and hostile and tough and aggressive, and because that's how they promote the league. And she's doing her thing there. You couldn't tell me that Dawn Staley, Cheryl Miller, Doris Burke, God bless the dead, Pat Summerall. There's a whole Pat Summitt. There's a whole list of folks that if I was in college or NBA, that was my coach, I'd be wouldn't even think twice. Like, what's up, Coach Becky Hammond? Degrees at night. It's a little too hot. Fox Sports Radio, it's the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, Magic City Monday. 7-0 Detroit over the Bucks, but a turnover by Jared Goff. He coughed it up and fumbled there. It wasn't his fault, but big turnover there for them, for the Buccaneers to get that. We'll keep you updated. We got Game 7 here coming up. ALCS, looking forward to that as well. Be sure to check out our brand new YouTube channel, and you can watch us live right now on YouTube. Shout out to all the odd mobs and the YouTubians. All you got to do is search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. And again, just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Then while you're at it, make sure you subscribe. You can like, you can share, all that good stuff. Greatly appreciate it. So go hit it up. Give a thumbs up. Again, search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Watch us live and share and tell a friend. All right, 877-99 on Fox. Just talking about Brian Daboll, the horrible, all-time collapse. Literally, the first time in 600 games, 602 to be exact.
How many? 1,600.
Yep, 1,602 games straight that someone being up by 18 with 6 minutes left, they win that game, except yesterday.
All right, I think Daboll should be fired. I know people always say, Rob wants everybody fired. Dude, wow. Sometimes you have to be fired.
You do want to fire everybody, though.
You really do.
I want to fire people who don't do their job.
There's about to be four coaches left.
That's all.
Coaching 32 teams.
All right, Leo in New York City. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Leo?
Rob, Kelvin, man, it was a hard day yesterday, honestly. And Rob, I agree with you. He needs to be fired because yesterday the guy coached like someone who's on a hot seat. He coached scared. Like, I understand that, you might disagree with, like, the play call of your defensive coordinator. That happened. We saw Kyle Shanahan last year disagree with, with the defensive coordinator. But as a play call on offense, that offense at the end was offensive. I mean, you can tell that the guy is scared to lose his job. And quite frankly, he has to go. It was the perfect storm between the kicker missing PAT and everything, but Daboll has to go. He has to own this one.
Yeah, and that's the point too, Leo. Thanks for the call. That's what I was saying, Rob, that he looks, he look panicky. Like, we've all been there where, maybe you don't want something to happen. You don't want your mom to find that you didn't do your homework or your job is just stuff. And you look panicky. He looks panicky the last few weeks. Like, he knows he's coaching for his play, or his job. And so when you start to do that, it's, you scared money don't make no money. You're looking scared. You're panicking. And that's reflective. Your team feels that. Your city feels that. So it's been obvious to me how he is coaching and handling himself. And the one silver lining for Leo and folks in New York, and I think thankfully they would say is, dang it, we look like the excitement around these two guys. You got Scatterboo, you got Jackson Dart, you got Malik Neighbors when he comes back healthy. You got some guys. So that's also why you don't want to lose that game, right? Not that you're going to the postseason, but you're building on some things if you're Daboll. You're building with this young core. And that's why losing this game
not
was
him.
big.
I don't want him to be the guy.
No, I'm saying yesterday. I was like, you don't want to lose that game, saying because you got something brewing is what I was saying.
You got to take a look at the GM and the same thing. If you're the GM, this is a kicker issue that they've had as well.
Oh man, I'm glad you brought that. I forgot. 2 extra points cost them.
But this has been going on. Like, what are you doing? At some point, you got to go and get a kicker. It's a big part of the game. People think being a kicker is not a big part. Oh, who cares about a kicker? You know how many games are swung and decided?
Have you watched football this year?
Exactly. It's all about kickers.
50-yarders galore. That's how, and we talked, and that's what essentially happened to them with the Broncos. They got down there, couple of passes. We talked about that on Friday, I believe it was. Boom, boom, couple passes, kick, and win a field goal. That's been a lot of that this year. What'd you call it again? I always forget. A bloop and a blast.
A bloop and a blast. In baseball, that's all it takes to get back in the game.
And that's what's happening in football. A bloop, a blast, a couple, 2 passes.
And
boom,
then
50, 60-yard field goal.
Yep, and then all of a sudden you lose or whatever.
Yep.
But that was colossal. I just, given that they blew that Dallas game as well at the end, I mean, this is not like a one-off. This is twice.
The way they lost that
year,
one, the way they lost this game, the way he was panicking in the blue tent, because you could tell he's like, I need my quarterback out there, please, because I don't want to lose that.
Which is ridiculous.
And calm down,
right?
bro. Like sometimes,
so much so that a big fine is coming, right, from the NFL. They say, or at least reportedly.
We thought something would come out of that because it'd be different if he just peeked his head and you're all right, man. Guy got hurt, peeked his head and what you're not supposed to do, yelling at a doctor on the sideline. Yeah, you can't. That's compounding it right there.
Right.
Hey, Game 7, getting ready to come up here in about 30 minutes or so. You would think being at home has its advantage. Not the case. We'll explain it when we come back. Right now, Steve DeSager going to get you set on what's trending. Hey, Steve.
And looking forward to it on Fox TV, just over a half an hour away from first pitch of ALCS Game 7 with Seattle at Toronto. George Kirby on the mound for the Mariners. He faced tonight's Toronto starter Shane Bieber last Wednesday in this series. It did not go well for the Mariners. Bieber is a former Cy Young winner with Cleveland. He's had just a few starts with his new team, coming off Tommy John surgery, acquired at the trade deadline. Last Wednesday at Seattle, he went 6 innings with 8 strikeouts, got the win 13-4. Kirby was the loser, allowing 3 homers in 4+ innings, allowed 8 runs total. And in fact, on the road this year, his ERA was over 5. The World Series starts Friday night on Fox TV. It might be starting in Canada. Albert Pujols is reportedly out of the running for the Angels manager's job, but San Diego and Baltimore are interested. Pujols is currently a special assistant to the Angels GM as part of a 10-year personal services contract. Washington Commanders say quarterback Jaden Daniels' hamstring injury is not significant, but they don't know if he'll be playing next Monday. Broncos linebacker Dre Greenlaw was suspended 1 game for his conduct toward a referee Sunday. Right after the game, he will appeal. There are 2 NFL games tonight. Seattle hosts Houston at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And right now, about 6 minutes to go. First quarter at Detroit. The Lions are leading 7-0 against 5-1 Tampa Bay, which has gone 3 and out on its 2 drives and has 13 yards of offense in the first quarter. Detroit went straight down the field to open the scoring. 69-yard drive in 6 plays, about 3 minutes, a 27-yard touchdown pass, Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown, but the Tampa Bay defense did force a Goff fumble on Detroit's second drive. So Lions 7, Bucks nothing in the first quarter, and Tampa Bay does have wide receivers Mike Evans and Emeka Egbuka each playing after hamstring injuries. There are 5 NHL games tonight. Seattle is tied 1-1 at Philadelphia mid-first period. Back to you.
All right, Steve. Appreciate you. It's the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a Magic City Monday. Again, you got 39 minutes till Game 7. Should be a good one. Hopefully, it'll be a good one. That's for sure. All right. So
what I'm hoping for is a good one.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can be blowouts. And
it happens.
I mean, somebody comes ready and somebody doesn't. And as always, it's about pitching. But, Rob G., you have stats about these Game 7s.
Yeah, if you are a Toronto Blue Jays fan, you might want to turn down the radio because this is not looking good.
What Mike Tyson say?
What did Mike Tyson?
What did he
Mike
say?
Tyson would tell you what?
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem, turn off your station.
That's right. North of the border, turn off your station.
So Game 7 tonight, series tied 3-3. Everybody's like, hey, Blue Jays are at home. Blue Jays should be favored. They are favored in Vegas. They're going to win Game 7. They're going to face the Dodgers in the World Series. Only one problem, guys.
What's that?
Home teams have lost 7 of the last 8 Game 7s.
That's crazy.
In the MLB postseason, including 5 consecutive.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
And as we said before, but there's no home field in baseball. You know what I mean? It just isn't. You know what gives people momentum in baseball? Who's your starting pitcher that night? And if he's better than the other guy, you got a great chance to win. And that's why these numbers are what they are. Because if you got your ace going and he pitches a gem, you got a way better shot depending on who's pitching on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it has to do with that. Not always, but a lot of it has to do with that. And if you don't get it, it doesn't matter. But that is an incredible number. There's no way if you ask somebody beforehand knowing what they are, they would have never guessed that it's that dominant for the visitor.
So I'm looking it up. NFL, since the NFL adopted its current 12-team playoff format in 1990, home teams are 58-30. Make sure I got that right. Basically, let me make sure look at that. What it's looking right. Try to get the percentage. I'm going to get the percentage of home games versus in baseball, because that's the thing. We talk about this in basketball. We talk about this in football. You want to have home field advantage. It feels like, or home court in basketball. It feels like a difference. Baseball is different. You and I sit up here. We've had conversations about the Yankees spend a bunch of money. The Mets spend a bunch of money. That doesn't mean you're guaranteed anything in baseball, right? And so being at home in baseball, it's just a fluky game. If you've got the better starter, it doesn't necessarily matter who's at home. If your guy's been hot, it doesn't matter. If you're a Shohei, you were struggling, and all of a sudden you break free, and let's say Friday were Game 7, what are you going to do? If you're the Brewers. So baseball is just different. You can't kind of compare it to basketball and football. Basketball, you can go into the second half down 20 and be like, as long as we start the fourth quarter down 8 or 9, we're good. We're in this thing. Football, we talked about the Broncos. Baseball, if you get down 3 or 4 in the third or fourth inning, it's hard.
Well, the crowd turns on you right away, and I just think there's more pressure on the home team.
Yeah.
I really do. Like, you're playing, if you're the visitor, you're kind of like, well, we're on the road. Nobody expects us to really come in here and do this, and we can just play. The other guys, I think, are a little more tight, but it does still depend on the pitching. I think that's a big part of baseball.
I mean, that's a huge part of baseball.
Yeah, just the pitching, not making mistakes, not making turnovers and stuff like that, and I think that's where we are. So, excuse me.
Yep.
This will be interesting. I don't want to say, like, I think I had figured that Seattle would win when they won those first 2 games in Toronto. I mean, that is a huge advantage. And obviously when they went home, they lost 2 out of 3. But I thought that was huge that they won those 2. And the idea that they've won in Toronto. And they slugged in Toronto. What, they scored 9 or 10 runs in one game. So they've played there and they've won. That's in the back of your heads as well. And I think if you're them, you have to be aggressive. Not swing yourself out. You know what I mean? Like just swinging on the first pitch and getting yourself out. But you need to be aggressive early on and try to put some runs on the board and put the pressure on the home team, right? Well, as quickly as you can.
When you talk about, by the way, real quick, this Monday night game, 4th and 2 at the 12, the Lions could have just kicked the field goal. Instead, they go for it. See, this is when, and I get it. Every now and again, Dan Campbell, you got to just say, well, this one makes more sense. We'd be up 2 scores. You kick the field goal.
There's no reason to do this.
I get it's 4th and 1. It was like 4th and 2 or 3.
It's the fourth quarter. I mean, the first quarter of the game.
You take the 3. And this is coming from me. You take the 3 because now that would have been 3 possessions where you should have been up. You got in the red zone 3, and now you're only up 7-0. And the Bucs go down and score, and it's a tie game, and they're feeling good about themselves. This is where Dan Campbell, to me, and this is coming from me, does worry me, that understanding you don't have to do something 100% of the time. This can be what you do.
It's just a bad call here.
It's okay to say, we'll take the 3. Clap your hands. Good defense. We're playing great. You take the 3. That's just, So you're playing against a guy who's an MVP candidate who can light things up out the blue. Your defense is playing great. Reward them by getting points. You know what I mean? Reward the defense by getting points. Sometimes rewarding it isn't just going for it to say, we believe in you. No, reward me by putting points on the board. Anyway, quick thing, too, with this, going back to this Game 7. Vlad Guerrero Jr., who's been absolute monster this entire postseason, he pulled up in Game 7 today feeling good. He had on Austin Matthews' jersey, who was a Maple Leaf player, and, representing the city, Toronto, the
Well,
T.
you
the 6.
already know, first of all, in Toronto and the Maple Leafs, we already know where that all goes.
You know where that's going. The Leafs are 0-7 in Game 7s over the last 20 years, and Austin Matthews has never won a winner-take-all game. So if there's an omen, he picked the wrong thing in the jersey or his wardrobe stylist was setting him up.
But I'll give you this.
Man.
And Rob G, please look it up. But the Toronto Maple Leafs, I'm guessing, haven't won a Stanley Cup since like 1967 or something of that ilk. Rob G, am I off? It's been forever and a day. Like they haven't won in a long time, the Maple Leafs. And maybe I'm going too far back. 67?
Good pull.
Come on, man.
Good pull.
That was off the top of my dome.
That was a good pull.
Okay? They haven't won. And that's a hockey hotbed. We know
that's
that.
their sport.
Right. Can you imagine how in the world could the Maple Leafs haven't won since 1967?
No,
that's crazy.
A non-hockey person would definitely lose that bet because you'd think
that they would have won.
That's what they do. It's their sport. Not saying they win all the time, but they won one in 88. They won one in 92. You would think something like that. 67. Dang. Well,
you know what
can they
people
get
are
to the World Series tonight? That's
some
going to be the
new
question.
Odd Couple listeners are listening right now.
Two brothers.
And they're saying, no, they said, I thought Rob was black, but after that pull, there's no way. Is he black?
No, but tell him you were in Detroit Hockey Town.
Thank you.
Tell him you were in Hockey Town for 20-something years, whatever.
Alex, that's why they hired me for the Free Press as a columnist. Because when I went in there, and they're interviewing me and all that, we're talking, I know it's Hockey Town. And we talked about hockey because they're going to hire a general sports. He's got to be able to cover the wings, football, baseball. Baseball and hockey are the big ones. Everybody seemingly can cover football and basketball. But can you cover baseball and can you cover hockey? And when I told them who the backup goaltender for the New York Islanders was during their Stanley Cup run when they won 4 Stanley Cups in a row, Billy Smith was the star goaltender. But Glenn Chico Resch was the backup. When I said that, they looked at each other and said, I think that's when I got the job. They're like, this dude knows who the backup.
Did he know the backup?
How does he know who the backup goaltender is?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Nah, and you know what? My first year in Detroit, I lived right next door. I lived at the riverfront. Okay,
I know exactly.
Beautiful view of Canada, which is unbelievable. I had an ocean view.
You been over there lately?
Is it what?
Woo,
built up?
They ain't playing around over there.
A river view of Canada.
Yep.
I had an apartment, 1 bedroom, $700, unbelievable, international view in downtown Detroit. International. I had no drapes on my windows.
Yep.
I saw the Ambassador Bridge in my landscape, in my view. And I was like, are you kidding me? So it was right next to Joe Louis Arena. My first year at the Free Press, I went to 38 of the 41 home games. 38 of the 41 home games.
I mean, you're sitting there having a little chicken dinner. You're like, no, might as well go to the game. It's right here.
Plus, they got the press room food. Why not, right?
Oh, you ain't turning that down.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, it was unbelievable.
I'm so disappointed in the Lions right now. Well, anyway, Game 7 coming up in about 20-something minutes, so it should be a good one. But if that's an omen with Vladdy Daddy, come on, bruh. Somebody didn't shoot it. Somebody was supposed to tell him before he got up the car, hey, man, the Maple Leafs 0-7. You might not want to wear that. Hey, man, specifically Matthews ain't did nothing either. You want to just go ahead and take that up, bro. You got a white T-shirt up under there? Just wear the white T-shirt. Just wear Kawhi, something like that. Go do something else. Yeah, wear the Kawhi
be better
Raptors.
Off with Kawhi.
Yeah.
Kawhi, they won.
He dang near better off with a Drake jersey on. You're right. I got carried away right there. Player today, Shekel City as well. Plus, it's not good down in the MIA, yo. We'll explain. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Oh, Canada!
SGA, reigning NBA MVP, did an interview with GQ magazine, all right? And he was asked about the idea.
Is it different?
Rob, let me set the table for you,
I don't
okay?
know what's going on here.
Jeez Louise.
All right, go ahead.
Let me
That
let
man
me
told you the
quarterback
salad
this thing.
fork goes over
Yes.
here.
Just run over the middle, Rob. I'll throw you right in the chest, okay? And so SGA was asked about this idea of these guys playing late into their 30s, even into their 40s, right? And here's what SGA said. I definitely think I can. I won't, though. I won't want to miss that much of my kid's life. There's a certain point in your career where you reach your peak. And I don't fault guys for still playing. They love the game. But I just feel like you play this game ultimately to see the best version of me I can be. Once I figure that out and I start going down, then it's like, okay, what am I playing for now? Well, flash forward to today. Russell Westbrook, former Laker, former Rocket, former Thunder, former Jazz, former Nugget, former Clipper, former.
We don't have all day. My God.
Has signed a 1-year vet minimum deal to join the Sacramento Kings and finish 13th in the Western Conference. Rob, what's up with guys like Russ and others who just can't seem to hang it up?
It's just they're selfish, and they can't let it go. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, because not only are they're taking up a roster spot somebody else could probably play, they're not going to get anything from it. Russ isn't going to win a championship, which he's never won, and I get it. He just wants to be on the bus, wants to be on the team, wants to still be relevant where they're still going to talk about Russ and he made a shot or a basket or a steal and look how much he plays, what energy or whatever. And a lot of these guys can't let it go. I can't understand. And SGA, was he talking about LeBron? Like, seriously, I don't want to be playing till I'm in my 40s. I got kids and time I want to spend with my kids and all that. And I think that is a little bit of it where, LeBron, you've been around for a long time. I don't know what else there is, you know what I mean, that you're chasing. Even if you win, you're not passing Michael Jordan. I hate to break it to you, you're the finals failure of all time. You got more losses, than any other former MVP. It's a fact.
You and your oats.
He's the float.
What's Tom Brady?
The loat.
The loat. Man, I'm jumping off your boat, man.
I'm just saying. And
go.
That's
Finish.
it.
I couldn't disagree more with you.
Selfish.
Don't forget the Masot, Kevin Durant.
That's right. The most sensitive of all time, the Masot. Very nice.
Well, I'm about to, whatever your oat is right now, let me figure out an oat for you. Look at me.
I'm the Hobote.
You are the Hobote. I am not buying anything you selling right now. I am not you at Ross right now. I'm not buying that deal. You love your career. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, but I'm not going to be here forever.
You already are here forever.
No, I'm not.
And you have the luxury. Now, you might not be, but you have the luxury.
I'm not Bob Ryan and those guys.
So that's where I was going.
Who are 80 years old.
Those dudes.
Oh, I'm serious.
I know you are. We sit here and we point out the guys. No,
those guys are 80 years old.
I'm not saying you're old. What I'm saying is you're in a career where you've already had it for, however long, 40 years almost.
Almost 40 years.
And you could have it if you chose to. Another 10, 15. We see it. We talk about the guys and gals that we see. Sports is not that. You come in at 20, 21, 2, 3, and you might get 4 or 5, or in some cases 10 years, 15.
You'll be lucky.
Right. And so this is something that they know is going to end. It has an expiration date, and they want to enjoy it as long as possible because at the end of the year, probably for us or Chris Paul and these guys, that is it for the rest of your life.
But look
they don't have the luxury of us getting to run our mouths for another 30, 40 years, if we chose to.
But look at where Chris Paul is again. Like, he's been on 15 teams. Like seriously, what possibly – I start to question, do you want to be around your family? Do you love your wife?
I think it's the contrast, right? And I'm going to tell you, I think it's the contrast.
It ain't the money because they don't make any money. Like the veterans minimum, they're not making money.
I think their spouses came into this, especially the guys that we're naming. You're naming a Russ. Russ has been with his wife now for years. They both were at UCLA. Chris Paul has been with her for years.
No,
before
I get it.
LeBron, we know their story. My point is, there has been a sign-on. Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Magic City Mondays. Got Game 7 coming up in about 20 minutes or so. Right now, you are just early second quarter of this Monday Night Football. The Lions have the ball at their own 30, up 7-0 on the Bucs right now. Keep you updated on that one. I'm still frustrated. Rob's been hearing me complain all about Dan Gamble right now, making me mad.
Dan Gamble, that's right.
Doing too much. Take some points. It's okay to take some points every now and again.
Snake eyes in the NFC Championship game. They may never get back there.
My gosh, it's okay. It's okay. You can take a field goal every now and again. I promise you it won't hurt you. It's all right to do so. All right. It is now time for your Tire Rack Play of the Day.
An attempt of 39 yards for the win. Snap, placement. Kick on the way. It is good! Bronco players celebrating like they just won a home playoff game.
Well, let's settle down. It was the Giants.
No, but that's how big that a collapse it was for the Giants. Like, seriously, like there's no way you think you should win that game.
Broncos radio there. Of course, Tire Rack Play of the Day brought to you by Tire Rack. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive, ship fast and free. Backed by Freeroad Hazard Protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. Still an epic collapse, yeah. And, wow. And I told you. It
should cost Daboll his job.
Well, it might. And your boy, Bo Nix, had an nerve to one-up J.J. McCarthy. We thought we had seen it all in that fourth-quarter performance. All right, it's time now for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
Did I do that? Did I do that? Did I do that?
Well, I know you lost one because you picked the Dodgers to lose.
No, that wasn't what you call it.
That wasn't?
That wasn't Shekel City.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I was 1-1.
Okay.
Or maybe I don't know what was in that last one. I gotta look. 1-1. My record is now 43-41.
Uh-oh.
Still over 500.
Oh, God, we're getting close.
Oh, God. I'm taking the start. We're going to go with Seattle plus 1.5. I got Seattle tonight. Not to only cover the 1.5, but to win. I do.
Okay.
Also, Tampa Bay plus 6. They're down by 7. Tampa Bay plus 6 in Detroit taking on the Lions.
I mean, he's looking good right now. Dan Campbell's making me upset right now.
And I got Seattle minus 3 taking on the Texans. So here we go. Seattle minus 3 as far as the Seahawks. Tampa Bay plus 6 against the Lions. And the Mariners plus 1.5 in Toronto to take on the Blue Jays. And remember, Kelvin.
What's that?
I'm not telling you who to bet on.
What you telling me?
I'm telling you who I bet on. Imagine being in Seattle tonight. The Seahawks are playing at home.
Mm-hmm.
And the Mariners obviously are trying to get to their first World Series. Yeah, I'm sorry. If I had tickets, I could not be going to the Seahawks game tonight.
No, everybody.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I if I had tickets, I'm serious. Not only just going.
Oh, you're saying
if I had tickets, I would not go. I would stay at home and watch.
No, I
couldn't be in the stands. Not for a city that's never seen their team go. Yeah. This is a regular season game. I'm not knocking it. And you got tickets. I'm just saying, if I'm not home to watch that and I'm in the stands at some football game,
the only hesitation I have
against the Texans that doesn't mean anything right now.
Yeah. The only hesitation I might have is NFL tickets are so expensive right now.
No, I don't care.
Like crazy expensive.
Your team's never been. It's like.
And what happens if they lose and I didn't go to the game, Rob? No, I'm double sick. I'm at home like.
Yeah, and then the Seahawks lose too to the
That's
Texans.
what I'm saying.
No, I'm just saying.
If I don't go to this game, Mariners lose 9-4.
I want to experience the whole thing, not being in a football crowd jumping around because they put it on the board and you see that celebration.
But that might be lit, too. The Seahawks beating down the Texans. They putting it up on the jumbo card. We're up 4-2 in the 8th. Crowd going crazy.
I got to be either at home or I got to be at the ballpark.
Rob G, where you at on that? Rob G, you're in Seattle. You bought, obviously, this game months ago to go see the Seahawks play the Texans. And now the Mariners. What are you doing? You still going to the game? You staying at home?
You don't have tickets to the Mariners game, so you either can go home and watch the
or
Mariners,
go to the game and watch it on the Jumbotron.
Well, nowadays, a thing called cell phone, so I could watch both if I wanted to.
Right, but where are you watching
Which
the game
one?
from? You're
So
going
are
to
you
the,
going?
going to the Seahawks game. You're going to watch the Mariners game from the stands at the football
Yes.
game? Wow.
Yeah. I think 65, 70,000 people are going to do that. However many people fit, I don't know. They fit
I
on
just
Seattle.
wouldn't do it.
Dude,
Not on that night. Not for a city
There'll
that's
be a
never
handful.
not for a city that's never been to the World Series. So you're spoiled because you live in Los Angeles.
I know you've been to Seattle. Seattle's a Seahawk town more than a Mariner town.
They won't be because they've never made it.
Well, until further notice,
but that's even more reason why I think people wanting to see that and experiencing it for the first time because it's never happened.
They're not giving up. They ain't giving up them tickets, Rob.
Oh,
Football is king. A, B, football is too expensive.
It's not. That's not. It's exact opposite. They actually had to lower the threshold of tickets being sold to show games because people didn't go. That's what it used to be. You grew up in Detroit when they used to black out all the games. You have to sell 85% of the tickets. They dropped that because they couldn't sell out the games anymore. People would rather stay at home. And all I'm saying to you, right?
Hey, football at home. For the record, football at home is way better than football at a game.
I'm wrong. People would rather stay at home and watch football because they could watch more than one normally.
Football
and
is a much better sport consumed at home.
It's become a TV show.
Baseball, for me, is better at the stadium. Basketball, either or, 50-50. Like, I'm indifferent.
Basketball, I used to love to watch basketball live. The ticket prices are so outrageous, and I don't always feel like I'm getting my money.
Ticket prices have gone crazy in all sports right now. That's what I'm saying. If you spent $600 on your Seahawk ticket, $500, you and a buddy.
I told you I spent $2,000 for the Lakers Mavericks game when my family came.
That's
$2,000.
And the best guys didn't even play.
No, 3 out of the 4. No, who didn't play? Luka played and Kyrie and Anthony Davis. LeBron was the only one out of the big four. So I made out 3 out of 4.
If 3 out of 4 didn't play, I'd have been down there. Y'all got to suit up. I don't care if you just Willis Reed go out there for 2 shots. $2,000.
Rob G, lend me $2,000.
Crazy.
All right, give me your reaction to Andy Reid feeling sorry for Pete Carroll's Raiders. When Andy Reid, a division rival, I know that it's all everyone's in bed with everyone in the NFL. It's a cartel, and it's like owning a Pizza Hut, or a McDonald's or a Starbucks. You're all in the same business together. I get it. I understand. That being said, it is rather shocking to hear Andy Reid, a proud man, a Hall of Fame coach, Andy Reid, against another Hall of Fame coach, a divisional opponent, and someone who has spent almost his entire career, Andy Reid, turning the Raiders into piñatas, whether he was with the Eagles and been in Kansas City for a while, and for him to come out and say he feels bad for Pete Carroll. That's not sportsmanship. That is a pineapple. It is a pity pineapple. That is the NFL equivalent of handing out a little ribbon. You didn't win the game, you got shut out, but you had a beaten and broken roster. This is not the YMCA. It's not, and not everyone's getting the orange slices and all that. It's unnecessary. The professional football, the Chiefs, you wouldn't know it was professional football from this outcome. The Chiefs didn't just take down the Raiders a couple of notches. They murdered them. 434 yards of offense. 434 yards of offense for Kansas City. The Raiders had 95, and they got about 40 of those in garbage time late in the game. 30 first downs for Kansas City. 3. Let me repeat that for those of you in the back of the room. 30 first downs for the Chiefs. 3 for the Raiders. Geno Smith, 67 yards passing. They will teach classes in university down the line how Geno Smith was able to pull off this scam to get the Raiders to A, trade for him, and then pay him the amount of money they're paying him. One of the great hustles of our time. And that was Tom Brady that signed off on that, by the way. Don't forget that. That's Tom Brady. It was this Raider performance. It was so bad I kept turning back to it. Well, why would you turn back to it? I don't understand. The Raiders, Geno Smith, 67 yards passing, and it was a duffel bag of DWBH. Now, what does that mean? Don't want to be here. The Raiders looked like they were on a company retreat, and they were just going to Kansas City to eat barbecue, and they were just trying to get through the PowerPoint and try to get it over with. Nobody asked any questions. That's it.
Game 7 of the American League Championship Series is tonight on Fox TV. About 10 minutes away from first pitch is Toronto, and pitcher Shane Bieber hosts Seattle. And George Kirby, a pitcher that Toronto beat last week in this series, a night when Shane Bieber, former Cy Young winner from Cleveland, got the win. The World Series starts Friday night on Fox TV against the Dodgers. Albert Pujols is reportedly out of the running for the Angels manager's job, but San Diego and Baltimore are interested. 2 NFL games tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Seattle will host Houston. Right now, mid-second quarter, Detroit has a 7-0 lead against Tampa Bay. The Bucs offense has punted on all 4 drives so far. The Lions had a great opening drive tonight. In about 3 minutes, went straight down the field, 69-yard drive, TD from Jared Goff on a pass to Amon-Ra St. Brown, 27 yards. 7-0 Lions in the second. I'm Steve DeSager.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2 here on the Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. And yes, with the iHeartRadio app, you can stream us wherever you happen to be. Catch us and all of the great shows here on Fox Sports Radio. There's so many good shows after us, before us. It's incredible. See, write that down. Commit that to memory of me praising how great the lineup is on Fox Sports Radio. It's live 24/7, the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app. Stream us all day. Every day live. That's right. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the iHeartRadio app so that you can always have it pop up at the top of your screen. Also, don't forget, coming up in about 28 minutes, TJ Houshmandzadeh, of course, the former Pro Bowl wide receiver, co-host of Up On Game right here on Fox Sports Radio. I want to ask TJ Houshmandzadeh, too, when he was going to school, could the kids say his last name, or what did they used to call him?
Listen, I'll still be on the struggle bus.
Hoosh, right? And that was probably it, or H or something,
yeah.
or TJ. I'm just curious.
Just Hoosh, T-Hoosh?
Or even teachers. What did they call it first before they got it? You know what
yeah,
I mean?
that's like that Key and Peele skit. Hey, Ron. You're going to be looking at that like, TJ House, man.
Also, I do want to say also for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installations. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. The takeaway for the weekend is what from you, Mr. Kelvin Washington?
Well, one of them is the statement that I've been telling y'all for 3 or 4 weeks now, but I said I'm going to put that to the side a little bit. It'll come up in this conversation just a bit. And that is that the Chiefs are going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's even Vegas has got it now.
Who they beat this week? They beat a juggernaut? Oh, okay.
Yeah. They beat them down, too, while
Okay,
you're at
go
it.
ahead.
Rob G, they beat
With
the
a Super Bowl champion head coach.
Super Bowl champion head. Put some respect on his name.
The Super Bowl could have been 2 times.
And a 28-time Super Bowl champion owner.
Who choked? Who choked?
Yeah. He still has to wake up sick about that every day. If we just hand the ball with beast mode.
That changes his
history.
That changes everything.
You hand that off. Now Russell Wilson's a 2-time Super Bowl champ.
It
Beast mode has
changes the Patriots. It changes Tom Brady.
Everything.
It changes
history.
a lot of things.
You hand that off. That changed. Maybe Brady leaves in because of this, because of that. You just never know. But so the Chiefs is my number one takeaway. But as far as here they are. But the only team that I said, man, somebody has to compete in the AFC, as we're watching the ALCS to see who goes to the World Series. Somebody's got to compete with the Chiefs to get to the Super Bowl. And I thought it was going to be the Broncos, maybe the Chargers in their own division, right? I thought it would be Baltimore. That's why I had going to the Super Bowl. I thought it would be some other teams. And all of them have proven to be fraudulent, in my opinion, for the most part, or at least really flawed, where I can see holes in their game. And to my surprise, and your surprise, and most of the NFL world's surprise, the daggone Indianapolis Colts are the only team I actually can see, not the Bills, competing against the Chiefs and having something to say, getting to the AFC Championship and then eventually the Super Bowl. And I never thought I would say that right now. Not never, as if Peyton Manning didn't exist. But right now, especially a team quarterbacked by Daniel Jones.
Alex, can you mark this? Please keep this. Okay.
Yeah, I stand on the fact that I myself have been waiting. Let me see what they do. Okay, let me see who they beat. Let me see how.
No,
then I'm looking at a few things, Rob.
Who they beat? I want to ask you about the Colts. Can you go over there?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. So they beat the Chargers, which a lot of people had them going to the Super Bowl.
Okay, where are the Chargers now? Okay.
No, don't do that now.
No, I'm
because every week we can keep doing that.
Baltimore, you have to do. Because ultimately it will be what your final record is to determine whether or not you're a good team or not.
And I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to tell you what. So they beat the Cardinals. They beat the Raiders.
Okay.
They beat the. Oh, that's coming up. That's coming up. And hold on. I'm going backwards. It's going backwards on me. Raiders, Cardinals, they lost to the Rams. They beat the Broncos, beat the Chargers, beat the Dolphins, and that's it. I think I named everybody. So the reason why, though, a couple of things. Number one, you know me. What's the identity? What do? And Steichen has them playing great offensively. They're leading the NFL in points per game. They're leading the NFL in point differential. They're leading the NFL rushing the ball, and Daniel Jones is playing the best football he's ever played of his life. And we talk about this all the time. When you can have a guy, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, who's playing a Monday night right now, when you can go somewhere and you are able to have some great coaching that fits you, an offense that's surrounding you, that pulls out what you do best, guys are starting to have success, and Daniel Jones is having that. They're averaging 33 points per game. 33 points a game. They're beating any and everybody. And when they're not just playing down the competition. The Bills do that. The Chargers do that. I play a good team. All right, I'm going to play a bad team, we'll go down. And they're going in and they're winning and taking care of business. And again, their ability to run the ball. Jonathan Taylor might be the best player in the NFL that not just us, but nobody ever talks about.
I thought that was Saquon last year, no?
Well, we talked about Saquon for years. I'm
saying you say the best player in the league. I don't think that should change like year to year. You mean who's playing very well?
No, I'm saying
year?
that we don't talk about it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because we talk about the Patrick Mahomes and the Lamars and the
I just
Saquons
don't think the best
and Derrick
players
Henrys
change year to year.
Right? No. I'm saying
that's what
that
I'm saying.
we come on the airways and everybody always talks about. Okay, is this a home run? I don't think he's keeping up with Gibbs. Yeah, he ain't keeping up with Gibbs.
We doing play-by-play as the show goes on?
No, just, letting people know there's a touchdown. Okay. Rob, can I tell him it's a touchdown?
Oh, is that Aaron Judge lining up?
Aaron Judge lining up. Hold on, Rob G. Let me know if Aaron Judge was up.
I'm just saying we're not supposed to do play-by-play. Go ahead.
Oh, God.
Sorry, I was watching Aaron Judge. My bad, I didn't see you.
No, but you don't hear me do play-by-play.
We don't hear you at all. You just turn over, and I'll be like, you know what I mean, Rob?
Because we're doing a radio show.
Rob, you know what I mean?
This is the bad part about having TV on.
Rob.
Especially when you're a homer and you're watching one team.
I'm sitting here telling you about the Colts who are going to be playing in the AFC Championship.
About the Colts went out the window.
AFC Championship
because the Lions
versus
rushed
the Kings.
for a touchdown.
And Steichen has, again, the best version of Daniel Jones. They have a running game with Jonathan Taylor, the best person in the NFL that nobody ever talks about. He's been great this whole career, but as long as he's healthy, nobody talks about him. And I've just been very impressed with him. And I like you, have probably been skeptical, like, okay, well, it's week one. Okay, let's see. All right, they didn't beat it. Oh, that was the Titans. And, dude, they have just proven to be a really good team. And it's weird to say because nobody really had those expectations coming into the season. But I don't buy into the Broncos. I don't buy into the Chargers. I don't buy into the Bills. The Bills are going to be good because Josh Allen's good, but I don't buy into them being a complete team is what I'm saying. And who else? I mean, Texans aren't what they're supposed to be. Like I'm not really big on the AFC right now. The NFC to me is a better conference. And the teams that I'm looking at, I already told you about the Chiefs. I said it weeks ago. Offense about to become explosive. You see what they're doing. I already knew that was coming. But this Colts team has caught me by surprise, and I've been impressed with what I've seen. And they're the only team I look at and say their way they play is a complete package that might give a challenge to the Chiefs if they were to meet up.
Yeah, I'm not there. And I've seen a lot of Daniel Jones. I want to see them as it really gets the second half of the season. They're playing some other teams. I just need to take more of a look. It was like last year.
And I'm not mad at that.
I'm just not. Daniel Jones, for as well as he's played and he's dominated some bad teams, which is fine, and that's what you're supposed to do, but I'm not ready to punch his card. He hadn't played 1 year, and somebody was misguided about Daniel Jones, okay? They gave him a lot of money. They moved on from him and released him because of what they saw from him. So I don't think he's reinvented himself, and now he's this great quarterback, and things are working out right now. I don't buy the Colts. I don't think they're going to be in the AFC Championship game. I would be stunned if they're in the AFC Championship game. You hear me? Absolutely stunned.
Who do you like? Another team that you might. This might be a team you like. I forgot to mention them. Maybe the Freudian slip. The Steelers.
Yeah, I mean they have a shot. Do they have a shot? Sure, they have a shot.
So who do you like in the AFC?
I would still take 5 or 6 teams over them. I mean, before I get to the Colts, they would be like my 6th team. And even though some teams aren't playing well, I still would take the Chargers over them. I still would take the Steelers over them.
You ain't taking the Chargers.
No, I would. Over the Colts.
You ain't taking the Chargers.
Daniel Jones.
Jim Harbaugh rolling around his office right now, looking at you. He said, "What? Hold on." Because he listened to the Odd Couple. Jim Harbaugh just said, "What did Rob just say?"
I'm just saying over Daniel Jones. If I have to pick one of the two,
he's playing. He's playing way better than Justin Herbert.
That's good.
Justin Herbert, I don't know what's going on with him.
Well, they got a lot of injuries on the offensive line. They got some things going on, which is fine. It's a part of football. I can't take it away from them. Just if there's injuries, with the Colts and they lose some offensive linemen and stuff, it's just a part of the game.
Man, 71%. Almost 1,800 yards, 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. The boy is playing well. He's playing very, very well right now. They're running the ball like crazy. Jonathan Taylor, 3 touchdowns last night.
I'm going to stick on last year when I told you about Sam Darnold, how I didn't buy into him, even though they won 14 games. And I told you the whole year. And then the 2 biggest games of the year, he was nowhere to be found.
He just played the Lions 2 games. That's the problem. He played the Lions both times, Rob.
No, he didn't. He played the Lions and he played the playoff game.
The Lions.
The Rams. No, it
was the Rams?
Yeah.
It was. Oh yeah. Where was it? Arizona.
No, it was the line. Yeah, it was in Arizona. Yeah.
Oh, Mike Evans.
Those are the two games.
I'm actually impressed. Again, I'm not saying they're world beaters about to win the Super Bowl, but I keep going, nah. All right, that's a good game. All right, that's just week 3. All right, it's just week 4. And I'm like, dude, offensively, they're not playing around. 33 points a game. They haven't scored under 29 this season. Crazy right now what they're able to do.
All right, 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. Are Daniel Jones and the Indianapolis Colts legitimate Super Bowl contenders in the AFC? Have you bought in 7 games into the year? They're going to the Super Bowl. They're going to be in defeat the other teams in the AFC or not? Kelvin thinks so. I do not believe that's the case. We'll continue this conversation next with you. 877-99 on Fox. It is The Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. And you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
If you're a believer in Danny Dimes in the US of A.
That's right. Hey, today's job search can be tough with endless online searches and applications. No phone call, no interviews, nothing but automated email responses. But wait, if there was a different way to find a job, well, guess what? There is. Express Employment Professionals is a staffing agency that works alongside companies to hire candidates of any type of job. Express can help you get a job that matches your qualifications. The local Express teams are advocates in the job market, and the best part, Express never charges a fee for their support. Did you hear that? Never charges a fee. Learn more at expresspros.com. Stop waiting. Express Pros will find out what you want from your job, keep you updated on job openings, and help you land the next role. Choose Express Employment Professionals for your one connection to dozens of local jobs with more than 870 locations. There's always an office in your area. The best part, once Express has your information, you'll be the first to hear about new opportunities that match your skills. Start by finding a location at expresspros.com and contact your local office today. Rob G buried the lead. If you were my reporter and you turned in a story about the Denver Broncos and not the New York Football Giants, I would send that story back. Because that story was not about the Denver Broncos at all. Zero, zip, nada. It was about the New York freaking Football Giants who choked down a colossal game. 18 points with 5 minutes to go had never happened. I'm going to mirror this to one other situation. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
It's when the Knicks lost to the Pacers with 2:43 to go, and they choked down that lead. Guess what happened? It cost, call me Mr. Tibbs, his job. Tom Thibodeau was fired after that, and I told you, if you can't get fired off of that, you can never get fired. Brian Daboll, pack your bags. Your life as head coach of the New York freaking Football Giants is over. Are you kidding me? This is not the first time this year. He mishandled the game against Dallas, and it cost him a game. That's 2 freaking games this year by him alone. Are you serious? Denver, my ass. I don't care what Bo Nix did. I don't care. Because if the Giants did what they were supposed to do, how do you rush 3 men and let the quarterback have all day? Of course he threw for touchdowns. There was no pressure. How do you turn a great quarterback into a mediocre one? You apply the pressure. You're rushing 3? Come on, Kelvin. You know football. That's why the players walked off. You neutralized them. Oh, but there are 8 guys out there in the DB, so that no.
You don't get nobody that much time.
Thank you. I don't care who you are. And guess what? People run themselves open. They know where they're going. It's hard on the defense. You know why? Because they don't know where you're going. Are you kidding me? Brian Daboll, pack your bags.
Well, Brian Daboll definitely is texting you. You know my theory. He is at home right now updating the LinkedIn page. He is up now talking to his agent like, yeah, what you think? Anything else out there? Because this is an epic collapse. We know that. Rob G just mentioned 1,600 times. You can't be the first of something to happen 1,600 times. Now, we know the first is going to happen in anything in life. That's why it's the first. However, you don't want to be the first that it happened to. And this is the other thing, too. This is the second or third time that we've seen Brian Daboll have meltdowns on the field. Remember the whole blue tent issue and yelling at a health person like, man, what did I do?
Yelling at a doctor.
Yelling at a doctor who's just trying to check up on your, could be a star quarterback. And he's doing his job. And so you can feel the pressure on Daboll. You can see the pressure mounting on him. He's overthinking, he's overcorrecting, and he's not inspiring his team in the sense that there's no way you're supposed to lose this game where you allow them. If they score 20, I get it. That happens. People score, have a hot fourth quarter. 33 points can't happen in the fourth quarter, and especially when somebody on this show said the Giants are the best defense and they're going to be the best team in the NFC East. His name is Rob G. Talked about their defense.
No, that's why Rob G wants to talk about Denver.
No, I am going to get to Denver on the other side of this, but that's just that's a horrible loss for a team that had a chance to be building on something, right? That had some chance to be building
That's
momentum.
a huge win. That would be a huge win.
Again, nobody has expectations, except Rob G, that they're going to be anything. But you get a big win like that against a team people have, huge playoff aspirations for. You feel good. Your young quarterback, your young running back doing some things. You got some mojo going out there. So that's a big letdown from your coach. It's a big letdown for the team. And he's been having these meltdowns the last 2 or 3 weeks that is starting to make, I'm imagining, folks in New York look at him and question him as a head coach. The only other thing I will say, what the heck is up with the Broncos where they're supposed to be Sean Payton, a Hall of Fame coach, Sean Payton is an offensive guru, and they can't freaking score? If you take that fourth quarter away in the fourth quarter against the Eagles 3 weeks ago, but 2 weeks prior to that, they have 16 points in 3 games. So I am concerned what the heck is going on with the Broncos that they're supposed to be, again, an offensive juggernaut with Sean Payton. And prior to the fourth quarter, they had 16 points if you take away that fourth quarter and the fourth quarter of the Eagles. So something's up with the Broncos. But they found their swag, and it reminded me of radio. All right, Rob. The odd couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. We got a lot going on a Monday. We got TJ Houshmandzadeh, as they said it back in the his elementary days. We'll ask him what they said to him.
I can't wait to find out what did they call him back in the day.
Yeah, we're going to ask him that. So you got Monday Night Football. Lions look like they just got a turnover. It looks like it has to, we'll see if it's confirmed. Looks like it was a punch-out. Shepard, the receiver, we'll see what that if it's confirmed here in a moment. They're up 14-0. You got the Game 7 ALCS happening right now. Mariners up 1-0 as well. Can't see the inning. What inning are they in?
It's the first inning.
Still in first? Okay. So a lot going on this Monday.
Clutch hit by
here.
Josh Naylor.
Yep.
A double
MLB bro, right?
Double by Rodriguez to start. Yep. And Josh Naylor with an RBI single. Great.
Show a little more enthusiasm, Rob.
To get started.
Your website is flourishing right now.
Yeah, that's MLB. And why?
That's money in your pocket when that happens.
It's great to just start. That's all I'm saying. The game's just starts the first inning, and for them, for the road team, that's great.
The road teams won 5 in a row. They this is what we do. Yeah. The road team ain't nothing to it but to do it. We all in y'all house. We about to be partying in your clubs tonight. We taking your girls tonight, drinking your liquor tonight. That's what the Mariners saying. I just need the Mariners to win so I can be right.
I don't know what is the argument.
What is the rule? He got bust in the back of the head.
He didn't do anything. He didn't jump in the way or anything. You know what I mean? Like he was running. He kind of turned his head because they were going to make a throw.
Yeah, he
want
to get hit in the face.
He didn't want to get hit in the face. I don't think that he tried to get hit by the ball. Look, if you look at the throw, right? Look, he turns his head because he
did jump, but he jumped because he's trying to protect himself.
Seriously.
And he got hit in the back of the head.
Yeah, I mean, he would have got hit in the face.
He would have got hit in the face. 100%, right in the forehead.
Around. All right, 877-99 on Fox. Kelvin is high on the Colts. He thinks they're headed to the AFC Championship game.
It's them and the Chiefs.
Yep. I no way, no how do I see that. It's way too early to determine that. They haven't played anybody. Danny Dimes will turn into Danny Pennies.
I ain't calling him that, though. All right, he got to earn the Daniel Dimes. Yeah. He's Daniel Jones right now, playing well. Can't call him Danny Dimes.
So they called him out. They called a double play. I just wow.
Wait a minute. What was? I'm really asking you, Steve. Somebody, what was he supposed to do? Just take. This sounds crazy, but take that in the face.
I guess so. I don't think that he deliberately tried to get in the way of the throw. I think that's what they're saying he did. I don't think so.
What am I? Well, y'all got to just call me out because I'm not.
It looked like he would have got hit in the face with the ball.
Yeah, y'all have to call me out because I'm not taking.
Andre in Massachusetts, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre?
Well, what's going on? Thanks for taking the call. Listen, no, I can't buy stock in the Colts, even though they're off to a fast start. Respect to Danny Dimes and how they've bounced back after the situation with Anthony Richardson. They got one more pseudo preseason game against the Titans, who are headed for the lottery. Then they got the Steelers, the Falcons, and the Chiefs, 3 games in a row. We'll see how they show in those games. If they show well and if they can stand tall in those games, then we'll start talking about them in terms of being a serious team. But no, you put this team, these new kids on the block, into the playoffs against a grizzled team like the Kansas City Chiefs who are headed for the wild card. Give me Chiefs all day.
Well, no, that was my point. That was what I said. The Chiefs, I said they could play the Chiefs. I'll take the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs, man. I don't think anybody can beat them right now in the AFC. Appreciate you.
Kelvin, I see that happening in the wild card rather than the AFC Championship game. I have them a good regular season team getting out fast, but they just don't have the experience. And we've seen this so many times. It's a good story, but when the rubber meets the road, I'm going to give me the experience over these new kids on the block, and we'll see.
I hear you. The only thing I would say, Dre, I don't trust any of these other AFC teams. You brought up the Chiefs. That's the one team I trust. I don't trust any of these other AFC teams.
But you trust the Colts.
No, I'm saying they're supposed to be.
No, you don't trust anybody else, but you trust the Colts.
I'm saying they look like a legitimate, real team. These other teams, I just brought up the Broncos. The Broncos scored 16 points in three games if you don't take that fourth quarter from last night. Like the Broncos, what's going on? They can't score and have Sean Payton.
But they haven't. But the Colts haven't beaten anybody. And
we'll see. And I don't think, by the way, the Falcons are a world beater. He was like, they played the Falcons.
Sean in Sacramento, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Sean?
Yo, my uncle from another mother. Cousin Kelvin, my brother's behind the board. Happy Ohtani-tober for y'all, man.
Mm-hmm.
Greatest single-game performance of all time.
Would you stop with Sean, please? Stop that. Sean, please. You know I threw up in my mouth because it's not the greatest.
You know I was going to get on you. You've been battling everybody on Twitter like
That's
you was
okay.
like
Hey, Sean, remember that scene from Boys in the Hood where Trey was just swinging? He was so mad, frustrated the police. That was Rob in his apartment by himself. Sweet.
Just punching the
air
molecules, man.
Mad about it.
All the air molecules, bruh. But as far as this goes, man, I got to agree with Unc, man. Come on, man. Danny Dimes. It's great.
Y'all don't want to keep calling him that. I ain't calling him Danny Dimes. Nah, I ain't going that far.
I mean, he's looked great on script when the running game's going great, defense is playing amazing, but what happens when you got to play in the snow? What happens when you down 5 with 2 minutes left and Danny Dimes is the guy you're throwing the ball over to? I hear you, Kelvin, but, it takes a little bit more experience and a little bit more experience in the postseason to really say they're legit. And I heard you bashing the Broncos, man, but look what they did in the fourth quarter when it matters the most, man. They've shown that they could cut their teeth and make it happen.
Yep.
Stop putting up so many zeros, Broncos. 0 point, 0 point, 0 point. Last game before that, 0 point. Put up 13 or whatever against the Jets.
Appreciate it.
How
heck? About John in Indiana? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, John?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing good.
Great.
I love your show.
Thank you.
I'm a truck driver. I listen to you every day.
I appreciate that.
And I just want to say, Rob, I don't have any aspirations for the Colts. They're just really playing good right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying they're going to go to the Super Bowl or nothing, but, maybe you should think about firing yourself for some of the takes you've had.
You think so?
Wow.
He been in the truck waiting to tell you that.
Did I do that?
Did I do that?
Did I do that?
Did I do
John,
that?
did I do that?
I'm just kidding with you, Rob.
No, it's all good, man. I
yeah.
appreciate that you support the show and that you listen.
Appreciate you, John. Shout out to all the truck drivers out there,
That's
man.
right.
I had a roommate was a truck driver, man. It was the best roommate ever. He was
Really
only
went
home
around.
2 days a month.
No
that was
doubt.
it. 2 days a month I had the crib to myself.
How about Ken in California? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Ken?
Who he cussing out
brothers.
today?
Happy Diwali, brothers. Hey, Kelvin, I don't know when you're going to listen to Rob. How many times you got to tell you don't put all your money in the bank on the Colts and Daniel Jones and any other AFC quarterback or Holmes or, Buffalo going in there or the Broncos. But I'm the most proud of Kelvin. You know what I'm most proud of, Rob, today? He said, hey, I don't want you commentary, play-by-play on the Lions. Because you know why? Because I don't miss their show.
All right, Ken, I'll talk to you
love
when you're
that,
mad. I'll
Ken.
talk to you when you're mad at Rob again, Ken. He'll be back on my team here at some point.
Unbelievable.
All right.
And you can't start a game worse, okay? You get a run on the board,
Yeah.
and you walk the leadoff man for the other team.
No, you can't
I think
do
he
that.
just walked George Springer. I think. I didn't see exactly. Yeah, he did. All right.
All right, well, that's why we have the world-famous Steve DeSager going to get us updated. TJ Houshmandzadeh on the other side. Hey, Steve.
They walked a leadoff man who can barely walk, just for the record. I mean, he came back from the hit by pitch on the knee to play last night, but let's just say they're not asking him to steal any bases. It's 1-0 Mariners leading at Toronto, bottom of the first. This is Game 7 of the American League Championship Series on Fox TV. Shane Bieber, the starting pitcher for Toronto, gave up a run top of the first, allowed a leadoff double to Julio Rodriguez, who with one out scored on a Josh Naylor single. And yeah, Naylor was erased, shall we say, on what was ruled a double play, his runner's interference. George Kirby is the Seattle starter. He was pounded by this Toronto roster in a game last Wednesday at Seattle, took the loss 13-4. Now, Mariners all-star pitcher Brian Wu is available. He just returned to the roster and pitched in relief in this series. He'd been out 4 weeks with pectoral inflammation. Wu went 15-7 in the regular season. This playoff series is the 6th this month to go the full distance, a record. The World Series starts Friday night on Fox TV against the Dodgers, who literally are at Dodger Stadium working out as we speak. Albert Pujols is reportedly out of the running for the Angels manager's job, but San Diego and Baltimore are interested. There are 2 NFL games tonight. 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Seattle is hosting Houston, and right now at Detroit, minute and a half to go in the first half. Lions 14-0 over Tampa Bay. Not only has the offense not gotten it going, 36 total yards for the Bucs, who enter with a record of 5-1. But wide receiver Mike Evans, who just returned after the hamstring injury tonight, has left here in the second quarter with a concussion and a shoulder injury. Hard landing on a deep pass. He will not return tonight. Washington says quarterback Jaden Daniels' hamstring injury is not significant, but they don't know if he'll play next Monday at Kansas City. Panthers quarterback Bryce Young is out this week with a high ankle sprain. 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy is likely out again this week with his toe injury. In the NHL at Philadelphia, Flyers lead 4-2 over the Seattle Kraken in the second. By the way, news in Philly tomorrow that defensive end Brandon Graham is due to re-sign and come out of retirement and be back with the Eagles. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Steve. Appreciate you. It's the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Vlad Guerrero Jr. is on fire when it comes to hitting the baseball. My gosh. I mean, just got another single here. You were saying, you and I were just talking a moment ago, walk him, pitch him, make him sweat a little bit, throw on the inside, something.
Nowadays, that's not what they do.
They don't do that as much as they used to back in the day. That's true.
Like a lot of times you wouldn't even get a chance to hit 3 home runs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, seriously. Like, they just would be like, okay, you're going to do anything but that. We're not going to allow you to hit a 3rd home run in those situations. And the other thing is,
can't let one guy beat you, right, Rob?
Not like that when he's the only guy.
10 strikes.
Keep doing it.
3 homers.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Can't do it yourself, right?
Even though Reggie Jackson, there's a game that people never remember for whatever reason.
He had 3.
No, he didn't have 3.
He had 3 in a row.
He had on 3 consecutive pitches against 3 different pitchers.
That was great. You know what he
seriously.
did? You know what he did?
You know what?
He went and sat out in the outfield, whereas one of them was pitching.
No, but that was his nickname. That's why he's got Mr. October.
You know somebody very well, someone who's been he's older than you, but been in the game, who was at that game. I'll talk to you later about that. Don't get me started.
How many strikeouts does Vlad have, by the way?
No, he doesn't have any.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know his love life. Don't be asking me that.
No, this is
you know what I mean?
Yeah. All right.
I don't know if the boy's striking out at home or not.
I just don't know where you're at.
I don't even know where you are. We get TJ Hoosh hopefully in a little bit, but then you get
okay. Oh, so we're waiting on TJ. All right. We'll do that as well.
Monday night, real quick. Steve just brought up, what was it, 36 passing yards for the Bucs, something like that.
That's what the last one I saw. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think it's 36. That's what Steve just said. 36 passing yards for the Bucs, was it, Steve? Total. Oh my gosh,
forget about passing, rushing, and throwing. My God.
Here I am trying to give them something. Maybe they're running for a 50.
No.
36 total yards. If you're the Lions, you can't only be at 14.
If you're Tampa Bay, you're winning. Seriously, because they haven't played. They haven't played at all yet.
Get the ball. I believe they get the ball at halftime. If you're the Lions here, they got about 28 seconds. I think they're at the 50 or something like that. You gotta get a field goal. The field goal kicker is not great. But because this is how stupid things happen. This is how you get a Broncos type of game, something where you're like, well, how did they come back? How did they – look at that.
Look at what? What are you doing?
Look at this score that is should have been more. This is what I'm talking about. The Lions just threw an interception. Jared Goff, that was just the easy one. They didn't have to work for that interception. You threw it right to him, hit him dead in the numbers. 14-0. This is what I mean when I always tell people, you have to put teams away.
My only question is, who's Jared Goff shaking his head at? He threw it.
I'm assuming it's himself.
He just didn't throw to anybody. Why is he upset?
Yeah, you have to put teams away. 36 yards, Rob. Total offense.
This is a bad start for Tampa Bay, but they're not out of it, obviously. And to get the ball now and to get the ball back to start the second half. So if they play it smart and can somehow, nowadays we talked about everybody gets a chance to get the ball and get downfield for a field goal. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
If you can somehow get a field goal, they're already at the field goal thing. So right away that turns into possibly a field goal, and then all of a sudden you're back in the game, and you're going to get the ball to start the second half. You put together a drive, you get a touchdown. Now it's 14-10. That's how quickly
100%.
A game can turn around.
I do wonder, too, though, if Mike Evans hurt himself. I didn't get a chance to hear what it was.
It was
that
a
hamstring
great try of a catch.
Concussion and a shoulder?
Because he made a hell of a stretch to try to corral the ball in. And to give himself up like that, he came down hard. So
that's a big blow for the Bucs, who had been without him for weeks, and then you obviously get your big time receiver back,
right?
And he gets hurt, so that's a big loss for them right now, losing Mike Evans. He's
been
going through it. My
Kirby
goodness.
Here, Kirby first and second, and 1 out, and 3-2 count. Who was that?
Man, is he?
Kirk.
He is.
Yeah, tough spot.
5'3".
Yeah, but he's a grinder.
No, he is.
That guy's a grinder, man. He doesn't give up any at-bats. He tries real hard. That's a big strikeout right there by Kirby. That's huge.
Yep. And
so, it's a good start to this game. I'm hoping that it's a great game. That's what I'm hoping.
I'm hoping so, too.
I don't want
What's
a blowout.
interesting
I would like it to be like a nail-biter.
Well, that's what I mean. If you're baseball and everybody else is what you want. I was looking at the
that's a big strikeout.
Looking at the game, when you looked at this game, the teams who won, they put up a lot of points. Where we've had the NLCS, it was more of a pitching. Like you could win 2-1, you could win 3-1, you could win something like that. This one has been basically who can come out and score. And pull this up here. So the teams who won, you got 6.
How long was that kick? Did you see that?
Well, I was over here looking at the scores. 53 yards.
Yeah.
6, you got 6 runs from the Blue Jays, 6 runs from the Mariners, 8 runs from the Blue Jays in Game 3, 13 in Game 3. So 13 runs. So point is, the team who scores a lot in this one hasn't been like the NLCS where you've had the pitching kind of battles where you had those and guys could win 2-1, you could win 3-1. This one is definitely offensive minded.
And baseball is so I don't know how many times I've been watching baseball my whole life. The pitcher will get the second out of the inning, thinking you could get out of it, and then somebody comes up with a clutch 2-out hit, which is just what happens. So it's 1-1. It happens so often. It's so hard to get
that out. That's why
each pitch both out. He even and look at that. He knows it. Like God, almost. But they didn't get out of it. It's 1-1, and now you got to stop the floodgates here. This is the one. If you get out of it,
runners
1-1,
on the corners, yeah,
and you're there. So baseball, the playoffs, 14-3. Somehow the Bucks survived, got a gift 3 points at the end of the half. They were in the game. They get the ball in the second half to start. So we'll see what happens. And they can't play any worse than they played in the first half.
Almost literally.
Like 36 total yards up until that last drive where they got a 53-yard field goal to get themselves back into that game. Will be interesting. But, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at this back to the baseball game as well. We talked about it a minute ago. It will be interesting as they get in the middle innings with Vlad start walk him. You know what I mean? He's too hot. He's playing too well. I would imagine get a couple of walks at some point throughout this game because if it's close enough, that can't be the guy with somebody on, and because he's just been on fire this whole playoff run. He's been hitting the ball, seeing the ball very, very clear.
And there it is. It's going to be 1-1 after 1 in Toronto. Did you notice that I have paprika?
Why do you have paprika?
I needed paprika because I bought the other day potato salad.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any paprika to put on top of it, which is really just for presentation.
Yeah, it doesn't really.
Right? It really doesn't for the potato salad. But
that's a dedication that I don't know that I've ever had to food. And I love me some food. I'm a Sherman Klump on the inside.
I'm a paprika guy. I got to have paprika on my potato salad.
Do you put raisins?
No raisins. Oh, no. God, no.
Grapes?
No. What are you, Karen?
No, I was making sure you don't. I was making sure. People already be wondering, Rob.
They don't be wondering what? Wondering what?
You already said it today. When you brought up hockey, you made them go, good, there we go. I knew he was.
Alex, I'm so black I urinate oil. Okay. I'm just telling you.
Okay. Our ancestors are so mad right now.
Oh, wow.
Harriet Tubman.
Oh, God.
Don't question. You question him whether I
put.
I'm
just making sure, man.
Raisins in my potato salad.
I don't know how y'all do stuff in New York. Y'all swear y'all got the best slices of pizza in the world, New York.
They're so good that rats carry a whole slice around.
No, or they carry a whole slice because they're so daggone big. Rats the size of cats.
Yeah, but they want a whole slice. They're not like trying to nibble a little bit. They want the whole slice. And
how would you know? According to you ain't seen a rat in New York in 25 years.
I've seen that video, and it's the most unbelievable video I've ever seen of a rat carrying a full slice of pizza down the steps.
Nah, that is scary.
Am I right?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
You saw it? Alex, you never seen it?
No, I've seen it.
That's big scary.
It's unbelievable.
I bet you in those sewer systems, there's alligator size.
I mean, it's outrageous.
That's how we know it's steroids in our food because they're eating our food too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
And the rats are getting a little carried away. All right, we'll keep you updated on all the scores that are happening as well. And also, Rob G, cover your ears because Rob has something to say to your coach. And he already knew this was going to happen. We'll tell you what we're talking about. It's the Odd Couple Rob and Kelvin on a Magic City Monday, Fox Sports Radio. What you about to say?
Is he also going to be fired?
Then you had your leader and your quarterback say some things the other day.
I think it starts with the leadership in helping articulate that for the guys, and then what we're expecting out of the guys, right? We're expecting this. Are we getting that? Are we not getting that? We have guys showing up to player-only meetings late, guys not showing up to player-only meetings. Like, there's a lot that goes into that. Do we have to make this mandatory? Do we not have to make this mandatory? So it's a lot of things of that nature that we got to get cleaned up, and it starts with the little things like that.
Yeah. When I heard that was the moment I realized he might need to update his LinkedIn, because it's one thing, and you know this as a reporter for many years, eons. It's one thing that don't come over here talking about I've been doing this since 1987. Did I say for a long time?
All right.
My point is, it's one thing to hear a rumor or report or kind of some unknown sources or some player. That happens, and it very well could be true, but you can say that's just outside noise. It was last year's players. You can understand it. Even though we know after the first game where they had the season, a players-only meeting right off the bat. You can't start the season off already having a players-only meeting. That shows me there's some dysfunction. In the offseason, Tyreek Hill trying to come back. They have to have a meeting about him. A whole bunch of stuff's going on. When your quarterback, who is normally soft-spoken, who is normally trying to say the right thing, do the right thing, be a podium guy, is screaming this is a major indictment coming from, the face of the franchise in this case, in your quarterback. And I think that is an indictment on him, on Mike McDaniels. And this is one time I will say, losing is the issue, because had they been winning, right now they're 1-4. If they were, 3-2 or something, or 4-1, we might not be having this conversation. But you can't be losing. And then when you start to look at the numbers of where they are, they're in the bottom third of offensive stats. They're like 25th, 6th, 7th offensively. And you cannot be that bad when the sign of what you are a wonder kid. You are the smart genius kid offensively. And they had an amazing year in 2023. Put up a 70 piece. I thought it was the Miami Heat playing. And now our offensive terrible. Offense is bad. We're down to the bottom of the pack in all of these offensive stats. And our own leader in a quarterback, franchise quarterback, is calling out leadership. That's it can't get more damning to me, because it would be different if he said that, but our offense was crazy. We're number 1 in this, number 2 in that, number 3 in that. That's damning, Rob. And I just think that the writing is on the wall, and it's almost, to me, if his is an agent, you're starting to feel calls. You're starting to look for opportunities.
Well, when you don't win, if you're not a part of the solution, you're a part of the problem. And we talked about it before. I mean, sports is real simple. I know it's cliche, and I've said it a million times. Sports has a short menu, and it's wins and losses. And you're going to get fired when you don't win. They're 1-5, correct? 1-5.
1-5, yeah.
You're going to get fired, and it's this bad, and it looks this bad. And
you
then
don't
this
get
is
cultured in, like Doug told you.
Huh? No.
You're part of the problem.
Yes.
You're part of the problem right now. 1-5. Like, I mean, I know some people said you are what your record says you are, but I'm just saying, don't do that.
Thanks, Doug.
I mean, he's setting some things up around there. They're building something, it takes time.
It doesn't work like that.
You saying my 3rd, 4th year I should already have it together?
Yeah, yes, you should have it together.
You saying I'm an offensive genius, but our offense stinks?
We don't live that world anymore. And that's the big thing. There used to be. New coach came in, a 5-year plan. The quarterback would sit the first couple years. Those days are long. Nobody. They're not waiting for anybody. Every year you're retooling your team, trying to win now. What do we got to do to try to win now, right? You're in Cleveland. Let's bring the 40-year-old quarterback. We need to win games now. You're the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, we got a great story tradition. We'll just rebuild. Let's get a young quarterback. Let's go for a couple of years, and then we'll be ready. No. Nobody's doing that because that's not where we are in sports anymore.
Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a Magic City Monday. And for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and where they drive, ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. That's right. If you're at work, if you're at home, they will come to you, make it easy so you can get the job done. TireRack.com, it is the way tire buying should be.
All right, last night, of course, on the group text,
I
said something about the Rob G's Raiders and
I think
Pete
he's
Carroll.
getting close to disowning them.
And, of course, Elijah texted me, said, do you want me to pull up some of the stuff that you –
He did not say that.
He
Lies. Say that.
He said, I know back in January you had a take on Pete Carroll.
Elijah, HRU.
I just envision you looking like the command center in the movie Minority Report. Like you got 10 screens up. You're like, all right, well, laptops, what did I say on this one? What is my best take? What did I do in 95? And you're just finding stuff.
Well, in case you don't remember, here's what I said.
Time to reheat an old hot take that's gone cold.
Hot on the outside, icicle in the middle.
It's Microwave Take with the Odd Couple.
It is an absolutely terrible hire by your Las Vegas Raiders, Rob G. I'm sorry.
Rob G know it.
It's a bad hire. He's going to be 74 basically when the season starts. He's a pork chop away from not being the head coach. I'm just saying.
Pork chop sound good, right?
The bad part is he's here for the short run. Mm-hmm. Like the idea that you're going to hire somebody and then go, well, he'll fix the culture in the next guy. No, that's not how it works, okay? Because once he's no longer there, whoever the new guy is, that's going to be his culture. Stop it, okay? Now we're passing down culture? Is that what we're doing? A 74-year-old man with no quarterback in that division.
Dude.
What are they trying to do? When Pete Carroll goes for the press conference, Rob G, he should have a ski mask on because he just robbed the Raiders of his retirement fund. Like, that's what this is. And after that game against the Chiefs where they got skunked 31-0, they look awful. And it ain't just Geno Smith. Geno's pizza has been awful, okay, with all the interceptions.
10 of them.
Rob G, they don't run the ball. They don't stop anybody defensively. They don't get pressure on the court. What do they do? What has Pete Carroll done? Zero.
The hire didn't make any sense. We talked about it then.
Yeah, they
just
like
because,
him. They like him, I guess.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. You know what that is? That's a consultant. That's a person you have in the front office, part of the team. I'm with that. It makes sense. Hey, he knows football, won on high levels in college, won on high levels in pros. You bring him in. Hey, I'm going to be
college.
And all of a sudden you bring him in to be a coach. To me, there was nothing exciting about that hire.
Do they realize what happened in Seattle, why he wasn't coaching anymore?
Because he couldn't coach anymore.
Okay, there you go.
And his voice had run its course and people weren't trying to hear it no more. And that's just what I was telling you earlier. We were talking about it off the mic. Rob, it's okay to move on. And it's okay for an organization to say, thank you, but no, like you had an amazing career, arguably a Hall of Fame career, and Bill Belichick with UNC. Like, it's okay to be like, nah, we good.
Rob G., when I say he's a dinosaur, I think the best way to describe Pete Carroll right now is Fred Flintstone with a better car. That's what he is.
You mentioned the pork chop. Ain't that what Fred had on the side of the big
those
rib
are
thing?
the Brontosaurus ribs. Yes.
That's what you was eating earlier today.
I'm just saying, like, I knew this was a bad hire from jump, and Raider fans are like, dude, what? Why can't we get anything right? Oh, Antonio Pierce, remember that, Rob G?
It's all his fault.
I wasn't with that because they didn't do a real coach's search because they listened to the players, which is, I get it. But you need to do a search, right?
Yeah. And also, to me, Rob G., you can, it's obviously your squad, but to compound it, he wanted to go get his guy, which is fine, but it better work.
Rob
you know what I mean? And it didn't work, and it hasn't worked horribly bad, in horrible fashion.
Rob G., what are they doing? You watch them every week, and you're, invested. How disappointed are you at how bad they are?
They suck. They're horrible. They sucked at a time they shouldn't have sucked. And to you guys' point about the Geno Smith-Pete Carroll pairing, it's not like you're like, hey, we're going to reunite Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy.
Right.
Where they had years and years of success together. We're not going to get Sean Payton and Drew Brees. Right? They had years and years. Geno Smith had one good season in Seattle and got paid. I mean, good, he got paid for it. Good for him. But it's not like we were trying to recreate, the Mona Lisa. It was like, hey, this guy he was all right for a season, and cupboard's kind of bare. And the one thing that has surprised me with this whole situation is how on earth has Tom Brady avoided any kind of criticism?
I agree.
That's a good point.
Because if anybody who knows anything about this whole situation and the reporting, his fingerprints were all over this thing.
Right.
They consulted with him throughout the entire process. They don't have a quarterback. They don't have a coach. They didn't draft very well.
That's a good point.
Right. And he's the one who worked out. He's the mentor to Shador. He could have decided, hey, there's our guy right there. I work out with the guy. I know what he's about. Blah, blah, blah. His work ethic, his pedigree. He didn't have anything to do with that. It's just so many things. And you're right, Rob G. If the Raiders had turned around, tell me Tom Brady wouldn't be getting loved.
Come on, Tom Brady.
See? He knows the game. He's a genius.
He's a guru. This is why we brought him in. He just was so wise and sage. Yeah, it's just disappointing how bad they are. And again, we talk about this. It's amazing to me how many teams, you name the sport, because I'll raise you up until last season, obviously, but I'll raise you a Knicks. Historic, big brand. Oakland, now the Vegas Raiders, but they were Oakland Raiders, and then now they're the Vegas Raiders, and New York Knicks. It's amazing to me how many teams, like the New York Jets, just don't do anything. They don't win. They don't have these good seasons where there's something to point to. Like the Raiders haven't been good since 2002. And that's 20-something years ago. And it's like, you're the Raiders. You're this legendary brand. You're this, logo we all know.
They're still living off of that Super Bowl.
And then we were coming back a little bit, and then they had to release the John Gruden emails.
Yep.
Well, by the way, y'all overstating John Gruden's tenure.
Hey, it was better than what we got.
John Gruden wrote him.
So Cam Newton on a podcast was asked if he would rather have team success or personal success. Okay, take a listen to his answer.
Would you rather be in a spot where you can individually achieve, have success, have statistics, and lose, or would you want to be someone that contributes to a team that can win a Super Bowl?
And I'm glad you asked that. When you're talking about individual play, this is how I take care of my family. Team success don't take care of my family. So if I'm thinking about it from a personal standpoint, of course we want the best of both worlds. But if you're asking me what gives you extinctions, what gives you top tier money, what gives you certain things, there's more players that have rings, championships, and things that are struggling rather than quote unquote bust that has had money and they're doing right by their money.
Yeah, feel free to point out who those people are. By the way, Cam Newton is who he is because he won a national championship in college. He won a Heisman Trophy because he won a national championship in college, right? And look, again, Cam is being authentic to himself. I'm not accusing him of inauthenticity. This is love and hate. I just hate this. I hated the fact that they're down 6 points in the Super Bowl to the Denver Broncos, who have no offense because Peyton Manning is washed, done. Ball's on the field, and he does not dive on it. He was asked afterwards, and he said, man, I got to watch out for my legs. And then he goes home to Carolina, and he doubles down on it. He's never been about team. Cam is about Cam Newton, which, by the way, is so funny because he basically used his podcast, his platform, to guilt ESPN into putting him on TV. Like, oh, they're racist. They don't like the way I talk. They don't like the way I dress. I don't get a shot. No, we don't like you because you were selfish. You were never accurate. You didn't evolve as a passer. You didn't even understand who you were. Super talented, huge egomaniac, and I just hate that he puts it out there so that there is going to be a portion of young up-and-coming athletes who emulate that. That's not how you get paid. It's actually the opposite. People pay more for winners than they do for stat accumulators. And if we want to do it, we can do a podcast, do a study on it. I know it to be true.
Game 7 of the American League Championship Series is tied 1-1, Seattle at Toronto. Shane Bieber, the starter, gave up a run top of the first to the Mariners. However, against George Kirby, the Blue Jays answered in the bottom of the first. It's 1-1, top of the third on Fox TV. The World Series starts Friday night on Fox against the Dodgers. There are 2 Monday Night Football games this evening at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Seattle will host Houston. Right now, it's third quarter at Detroit, and the Lions are only leading the Tampa Bay Bucks 14-9 at the moment, as the Bucks, who were down 14-0 in the first half, have just scored on a 22-yard touchdown pass from Baker Mayfield. He'd earlier thrown an interception, 2 turnovers for each side in the first half. Bucks just went for 2 and missed, so 14-9 Detroit in the lead. Washington says quarterback Jaden Daniels' hamstring injury is not significant. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy. Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Our
Number three.
On the Odd Couple. It looks like the Mariners have taken the lead.
By who should be the next hot thing in baseball? Julio Rodriguez.
Julio! It is the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday. And getting a new job can be much easier with Express Employment Professionals. With Express, you'll have a local connection to the job market. Get started at expresspros.com to find a location near you. That's www.expresspros.com. There you go. And now it's time for the Express Pros Player of the Week. The Pro of the Week goes to, do I have to read this one? Dodgers pitcher DA Shohei Ohtani. Do I have to read the script verbatim?
I'm glad you think that, Rob.
Okay.
Yeah. You said Pro of the Millennial?
The reigning NL MVP hit 3 home runs.
Oh, yeah.
Just like Kike Hernandez did a couple years ago. Oh, as a batter, and struck out 10 as a pitcher in Friday's Game 4 to send the Dodgers to the World Series. So, again, to that two-way player for being the Express Pros Pro of the Week.
No, the
Shohei.
typo. Hey, you got to rewrite that, Raji. Pro of the ever.
Shohei.
I'm sure the folks at Express Pros are real happy about that read, Rob.
Not Pro of the Week. Pro of the ever.
What's wrong with the read?
You want me to do it?
No.
Rob, you misread there. It said the GOAT of the league.
Yeah, go to the league. The Express Pros go to the league.
I don't want to misrepresent, the Express Pros. They're a reputable company.
They are.
They don't want to just be throwing stuff out there. I'm just saying. So, all right. Yes, our number 3, a lot to get to. And we are going to talk about Shohei Ohtani and what transpired on Friday night. And it's a combination. I mean, obviously, he had a tremendous game.
Whoa, are we underselling this?
Okay. No one's taking
Bo
that.
Nix had a tremendous game.
No, it was a tremendous game, but no one's taking that away from him. But let me sit down and let me explain to you, okay?
You got so much explaining, not explaining. You got so much explaining to do.
This is why people get caught up on this whole idea of prisoner of the moment. Because the prisoner of the moment made it like Shohei had done something that nobody had ever done, okay?
Okay.
And it's not true, okay? First of all, people have hit 3 home runs in a game.
I'm laughing at you fighting for your life right now.
Reggie Jackson hit 3 home runs on 3 pitches, consecutive pitches, by 3 different pitchers in a World Series game. An incredible feat.
That's how I feel.
Here's the other part. So people, I get it. He's a unicorn. They're making it like, nobody. Well, yeah, we know because only him and Babe Ruth have been the only guys who have pitched, right, and hit home runs at this kind of clip. There's only been 2 guys since the 20s. But people keep going, he's the first guy since, of course he is, because nobody else has ever done it.
That's exactly why it's impressive. Nobody else has done it.
Hear me out.
You literally you know nobody else has ever done this before, but it ain't impressive.
No, Babe Ruth was the last guy who had the opportunity to
So 100 years ago.
Okay, but here's the part where they go, they say the 3 home runs, okay. Even though Kike Hernandez had 3 home runs in the game, playoff game. That didn't happen. It's not like that never happened.
Okay.
But then the whole thing is about, and he struck out 10. He struck out 10 batters. He struck out 10. I'm like, okay, that's good.
Okay.
But it wasn't like he had shut down the mighty Milwaukee Brewers. And here's my issue. Blake Snell pitched 8 innings of unbelievable ball against the Milwaukee Brewers. Yamamoto pitched a complete game against the Milwaukee Brewers. They were dead on arrival. Shohei didn't do anything special. Everybody and their uncle, I could have pitched 4 scoreless innings against that team. They couldn't hit. They couldn't score any runs. So people are making it like he pitched a no-hitter and hit 4 home runs on every at-bat. That's not what happened.
Rob.
That's not what happened. What he did pitching-wise was not that impressive against this Milwaukee Brewers team.
You're screaming in a room by yourself.
Okay, no,
because
I'm
nobody
not.
else is. You are like in an insane asylum.
No, I'm not.
In a straitjacket. No, I swear.
Rob.
Listen to your. No, hold on, Alex.
I'm
Put
not
the
even with
camera
Rob.
on me. Put the camera on me.
It ain't the greatest.
Look at the goalpost.
He's
It
not-
ain't like he hit 4 home runs.
He
It ain't like he pitched a shutout, a complete game. Look at how far he has to go for you to you to acknowledge. He had to have 4 home runs, pitch all 9 innings, have 14 Ks.
He's not the greatest player ever played. It's so premature. It really is.
If you said
Okay?
that, I would be like, okay,
It
I
is.
could disagree, but
You
I
know
can
why?
understand
I'm going to
that.
give you another example because that's what they tried to do with Mike Trout with the Angels. That he would.
But
no,
Mike Trout
no,
ain't
they
this.
did. No, they did when he first came
No,
up.
I agree, but I'm saying Mike Trout ain't this.
No. And then what happens? What I'm saying is he's got a long way to go. We don't know how long he's going to
Rob.
pitch. This year he batted 280. He didn't even bat 300. He batted 280.
You gotta
Okay?
say it like he batted 180.
No, 280.
The stuff you're saying, is like really good, right?
And here's the other thing, too, I'm going to say to you.
Yes.
Okay? It wasn't the greatest performance I'd ever seen in a postseason game. And I'm not trying to be
You
an
are
anti.
being.
I'm not.
Are you done with this soliloquy that not
Go
a
ahead.
single person in America buys except you? Rob, the man, here's why. Let me also tell you why it's remarkable. To be down in the dumps and in a slump is what makes it incredible because you could continue down that, just never perform again, and it doesn't even need to. The team's carrying me. The starting pitchers carry me. I can just ride this coast and on into the postseason. Nope, he had enough. The man said the buck stops here, and what he did was say, home run, let me go put on my, let me take this off and go pitch real quick, and strike out 10 and hit another home run. And we talking about hockey right now because we were talking about earlier the Maple Leafs. The man hit a hat trick. You ball, he did a turkey. And this is on top of, again, this is a $700 million man. Most people don't live up to the hype of things like that. He comes to this team. He lives up to it last year. He's incredible.
Did
MVP.
he live up to it in
Gonna
the
be an
postseason?
MVP season. And that's what makes this remarkable.
Did he live up
finally
to it
put
in
the
the
snide to
postseason?
it. And then you can sit up here and tell me, well, only 2 people have done it, him and Babe Ruth. Well, then, arguably the greatest player ever. You're telling me only other person who does something was the greatest player ever.
No, but his career,
but
his
nothing.
career isn't long enough for you to consider him the greatest player of all time. And that's what people were saying.
You are
No,
trying
that's
to
what people
also
are
poo-poo
saying.
the performance.
No.
Don't be a prisoner of the moment.
No,
We've seen this before. No, we have not.
Yes,
and
we
Tony
have.
Was your senior, was
he
at
is.
that game with Reggie Jackson. He said, I was at that game when he hit 3 home runs. And you know what? This was even better. He said, because I could go to Reggie Jackson and say, Reggie, you know what you didn't do? And Reggie would say, pitch. You can't. The most important thing in baseball is pitching.
No.
And the man went out there and did 10 strikeouts.
Here's what I'm trying to tell you is the Dodgers won a World Series last year without Shohei Ohtani. He didn't pitch for them last year, and he didn't hit well. Would you agree with that? They won.
Yes.
They won despite him.
Yes.
This year, they were 3-0 against the Brewers, and he was batting 150 in the postseason. So, again, the Dodgers were rolling without Shohei Ohtani. And the pitchers who pitched in games before he pitched actually pitched better than him because Blake Snell went 8 innings against the hapless Brewers.
No. Don't hapless Brewers me now. When they swept the Dodgers in the regular season, best record in the majors.
We're talking about now.
I know, but I'm saying it's a reason why they're hapless now because they're going up against great starting pitching.
And then we saw Yamamoto pitch a complete game.
Yes.
Against the
and
Brewers.
Shohei might dang near one
So
could
Shohei,
have.
how in the world could he not do that against a team that obviously went in a tank?
Rob, I'm
You
not
gotta
buying
look at
that.
how they're playing.
Stop it. The Milwaukee Brewers were the best team in baseball. Swept the Dodgers
They weren't
all
the
through
best-
the.
they weren't the best this
I
week.
did the pre and post game for 2 of them games. And you sit there and all of a sudden, they're the hapless. Woe is us. We just barely made it here. Stop it. Ain't nobody buying what you selling right now.
Last week, they
Yo,
were been
stop
brutal.
It. Stop
They
it.
scored 4 runs in 4
He beat them
playoff
by
games.
himself. He literally beat them by himself, Rob. One man, we always say, one man can't beat a team. Well, I don't know if you've been telling me that my whole life because you're wrong, because Shohei just beat the Brewers. It's okay. Say it with me.
No, it's
that
not
was
okay.
the best performance, arguably in any sport, not just baseball.
No.
I don't know what's the football equivalent. Lamar Jackson throws for 350, runs for 250, or Travis Hunter catches 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Basketball, is it a 50, 20, 30, and 10 block game? Like, what's the equivalent in any sport? Stop it, Rob. Ain't nobody buying it.
I'm trying to tell you that you got to look at
this. A $5,000 jacket at Ross. You ain't buying it either.
Who he did the pitching against, which is a dead Milwaukee Brewers
I've been doing this show with you for a year, and you ain't never stuttered like this.
They're dead. The Brewers were
Stop
dead. Rob G, you could have pitched 4 complete innings.
No, he couldn't because he's not Blake Snell, he's not Yamamoto, and he's not Ohtani.
Yamamoto had pitched 9. You know?
Reggie Jackson's weighed in?
Reggie Jackson has weighed in on this whole situation.
He gave him props.
Well, it wasn't a big deal, but Reggie Jackson says,
what did he say?
I say wow, double wow. And congratulations, Shohei, for an incredible performance, all caps, exclamation point. Tip of the cap and a bow to you on your performance.
And what he did,
Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson.
And what he did
Mr.
say
October.
was, it wasn't the greatest
no,
game we ever
that
saw.
Was you
okay?
Fighting for your life over here.
Because Reggie turned in. What Shohei did, somebody can do. What Reggie did, nobody.
Absolutely nobody can do what Ohtani did. Nobody else is pitching and hitting 3 home runs.
You're going to have
nobody.
Yes, you are. You're going to have more.
You know what? I take that back. You might have a kid do that in
you're going to have
3,048.
Well, I got some stats for you, Rob, just to give you an idea as to how common this was that Shohei, accomplished.
How many times? It's like 40 times guys have hit 3
only
home runs.
12 hitters have ever hit 3 homers in a postseason game.
12 in 150
only
years.
26 pitchers had ever recorded 10-plus strikeouts with 2 or less hits and no runs.
Is Kike Hernandez on that list?
Start.
Rob G, is Kike Hernandez
Shohei
on that
Ohtani
list?
did both of those things in one game.
Is Kike on that list? I'm asking you. Is Kike Hernandez on the list?
Why do you keep bringing up 3 home runs as if that was it?
Because that I want to know.
Kike ain't pitch.
I want to know, did Kike Hernandez hit 3 home runs in a playoff game? Yes, he did.
What does that? He didn't pitch, Rob. He didn't pitch.
No, but it tells you that it's not
Stop
impossible
it.
for a player like Kike Hernandez to be on that
Nobody's
list.
listening to
He
you.
ain't a Hall of
You
Famer.
don't believe it. This is what you rehearsed in the mirror at home once it happened after you wiped the throw up off your face. You were like, okay, Ohtani's not the way. Okay, Ohtani's not the best.
2017, Kike went yard 3 times in a row in a playoff game.
And you know who else did? 10 other people.
And he had 7 RBIs. Oh, wow.
10 other people have done that,
7
Rob G just said.
RBIs.
10 other people have hit 3 home runs. Nobody else has done what he did, 3 home runs.
The Brewers were dead.
The Brewers were the best team in baseball.
The Brewers were dead.
Stop it. Say it with me.
No.
That was the best thing I've ever seen. It's okay, Rob. It's okay. He's the best player we've ever seen. And he's got another 5-6 years of greatness. Who knows where we're going next with this thing?
877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. Are you a prisoner of the moment and you believe that was the greatest? That was the greatest moment in the history of baseball, and he's the greatest player who ever laced them up and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Are you on that bandwagon, or are you being responsible,
it's a seat right here on the bandwagon. Come on, Rob.
Smart.
Come on.
And you believe that it was
you can't hit. Seats taken, Rob. Sit right here.
It was a tremendous game by Ohtani, but it wasn't the greatest of all time. 877-99 on Fox.
It was the one I saw, Reggie Jackson, who also said that was the greatest he ever saw.
That's not what he said. 877-996-6369.
Prisoner of the
We
moment.
want to hear from you. Don't be a prisoner of the moment.
I'm about to lock you up
Do
right
your
now.
context when you're talking about sports. Sports has to have context. And in this case,
we just
I have
gave it
context.
To you. You don't even have context in your phone you can call right now because don't nobody believe you.
It is the Odd Couple. And you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
Unless you're drinking Rob's Kool-Aid in the US of A.
Boy, I tell you.
Something's wrong in Buffalo.
Yeah, the problem is, and this happens with teams, this happens when you have a good to great player, when you have an MVP caliber, in this case, the reigning MVP. You become that person reliant. The Bills are Josh Allen reliant. And Rob, you can look at it like a family member. When you've got that one family member that always comes through, the family member that always can be dependable, what happens? Maybe it's you.
You talking about me?
That's why I said maybe it's you. I know it's been me at times. Oftentimes I'll give credit to my wife, where everybody kind of goes, they got it. Well, who's going to play in the blah, blah? They got it.
I wish somebody had it for me once or twice.
Just like, can you be that for me? Yeah. How are we going to? They got it. I'm at the season in my life. Everybody kind of does this, Rob. When the bill comes, Carroll got it.
Right.
I'm like, dang it, I got it.
Yeah, you got 8 jobs.
Yeah, you got it. And so that's what happens. You become reliant on that person to figure it out, to make it happen. They're so good. It comes easy for them. It's natural for them. And the Bills have become that. They've got it person. And in this case, it's Josh Allen. He's got it. He'll scramble around. He'll make MVP Super Bowl Superman type plays. He'll jump over the crowd. He'll scramble and make a play that shouldn't have been there. When schematically you look at the Bills, they don't look great right now. You don't know what they do. You know what's crazy? We talk about this all the time, me and Rob G. James Cook is a really good running back who, if it doesn't go right after a drive or two, they run away from him. If they're not up big and they're trying to run the clock out, they run away from James Cook. They don't use him enough. They don't have a skill set on the outside. They got some decent tight ends, but problem is, schematically, you don't know what they do well, and it ends up being Josh Allen scrambling. And the Falcons, what they did, man, those boys are fast. They play hard. They play and aggressive. They blitzed him 71% of the time, 40% something pressure on him, and he was running for his life all night.
Well,
and they're not good enough to be always having to play from behind because, again, they don't mix it up enough. It just becomes Josh Allen. Last point real quick. This was supposed to be the season, Rob. Right? The Chiefs look bad in the Super Bowl. Maybe they're down. Maybe they're taking a step back. Travis Kelce's washed. Maybe Andy Reid's losing a step. Maybe Patrick Mahomes is peaked. This was supposed to be season. Lamar Jackson, down. Doesn't look right. Their defense is terrible. Joe
but
Burrow,
that wasn't
down.
coming into the season.
Right,
That
but I'm
was
saying
once
going
season
into the
started.
season, you already knew
They
you
were
had
in the-
high hope. You're in the mix.
They're in the mix,
But
but
you're
I don't
supposed
know
to
if
take
anybody
full advantage of this.
because most people pick Baltimore coming into the
Well, I
season.
mean, I did too, but
No, I'm
there's a
just
lot of
saying-
people. A lot of people picked the Bills because they thought they felt the same way about Lamar. Like, oh, he's just not going to be able to get it done. You and I picked the Ravens to get to the Super
Yeah.
Bowl, but a lot of people felt like it will be Josh Allen. It's his season now, and you can't waste away early Luka type years. Early LeBron in Cleveland, when you have this guy and you just don't build around it and you're just like, oh, they'll figure it out. LeBron will score 25 straight against, those Detroit basketball Pistons and get us to the finals. Luka will figure it out,
that
drag us
lucky
to the
shot
finals.
He banked in, or that one, that's when I knew it was done. Remember the money
Oh, yeah,
banked
no,
in?
I do remember that.
Yeah,
That was-
I covered that game. I was there. I'll never
that
forget that.
was incredible. So that's my point, Rob.
No,
they need to build because when you look at the teams that win and have won historically, yes, they have a great quarterback, but what do you always like to bring up? We bring it up all the time. The Patriots had great defense and special teams for years. That was the thing people forget
Top
about.
5. Nobody
Special teams, defense.
and when they always want to disrespect Bill Belichick. And I'm not with the cheating. But you cannot tell me that defense wasn't a big reason
100%.
on why they were able to win those Super Bowls. I just don't like people keep acting like it was just Tom
No,
Brady.
not at all. They were only
and they're not being honest with you. If you even a comeback against Atlanta, you had to shut down Atlanta in the second half, and that was defense. Tom Brady didn't shut them down. Now, he got the ball and scored and all that, but somebody had to stop them, and that was that
that's
defense.
my point, Rob. Peyton Manning could have all those stats. He finally won a Super Bowl when that Colts defense got better. And Patrick Mahomes got to the Super Bowl offensively sometimes. They got there when it was defensive reliant, like last year.
People don't remember when the Patriots won their first Super Bowl in that run against the greatest show on turf, and that defense held them to 13 points
100%.
or whatever it was when they beat the Rams. The Rams scored 3 points on one field goal in a game where Tom Brady had an interception and a fumble. I'm like
So
people.
that's my point. You're supposed to build. I know we always talk about the stars. You're supposed to build a complete team around your star player.
G was trying to get the 99 shrimp.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Is that a pancake?
Those were the days. Don't forget San Francisco, Rob G. We're having breakfast.
Rob G doesn't want to remember.
No, we're going to have a whole crew. We're going to San Francisco. We'll go out.
Leave that man pancakes alone this time.
No, this time I'm
a pancake.
Okay.
I want to see the San Francisco nightlife, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Okay.
I'm
I'm a
trying
woman.
to find out.
You can have fun with that.
Yeah, good luck.
We all going as a unit. We go together.
No, we got you.
As a team.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
4
Rob G got
p.m.
it.
It's my nap time.
Hey, truth be told, we were actually lame in New Orleans, too.
Yes.
We ain't do nothing. We went to eat a couple times and went home.
Rob G, speak for yourself. This time I'll be staying in my room. I'll be sneaking out at the end with the.
Rob's going to be bringing his tearaway pants again like Atlanta. Oh, my gosh.
That's right. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, oh, no, I'm tired, too, guys. We'll go up to the rooms real quick. I'll
be like, all right, see y'all
pants came
later.
off.
Look, baby, it's a banana swing.
All right, 877-99 on Fox. We're talking about Shohei Ohtani and that.
Why your voice got to keep doing that? Why can't? Hey, we're talking about Shohei Ohtani. Why we're talking about Shohei Ohtani
and that tremendous
there you go.
outing he had.
If I'm starting a team, it's Aaron Judge.
Alex, you're smart. I didn't know you knew smart.
Thank you.
You fighting for your life. Aaron Judge will sit right next to you and be like, Rob, it's okay. Let it go.
All right, here we go.
It's okay.
Where are you? Greatest
on the rational
performance
side
ever,
is where they are.
Greatest player ever.
We
all
wanna
that.
know.
Yeah, let's start with Scott in Pennsylvania. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Scott?
Hey, guys. Best 3 hours on the air.
My
Thank
man.
you, Scott.
Thank you.
Rob, I'm listening to you, man. You know, up until that last game, Ohtani was hitting Jack Diddley Poo. Did you see the pictures? Quintana, the pitch into him was right in his wheelhouse. It was like sitting on a tee. The next two pitchers, Patrick and McGill, they served up his gopher balls. I mean, what the heck was wrong with that pitching staff? It was like the Brewers packed it in and said, oh, what the heck, let's go home.
Right. They didn't even hit.
They didn't.
They were awful. They were awful.
They put the ball on a tee for Ohtani, and unfortunately, that's the way I feel. It didn't take away from his pitching performance. I thought it was outstanding, but I was very suspected of that hitting performance.
Scott, you do realize he has to hit him, though, right? Like
without a doubt.
He could have got a double. He could have got a single, triple. He could have hit a sac fly. Like, he had to hit the home run, just even if they're served up.
Just like, hey, I agree with you 100%. Just like golf, when I'm 90 yards away, I got to hit the ball up under the green.
There you go.
No
Thanks,
doubt.
Scott.
Appreciate you, Scott.
Yep.
How about John in South Carolina? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, John?
What's going on, guys?
How are you?
I'm doing great, and I have to tell you, I am a big fan. I've been a sports talk radio fan for a long time, and you guys are part of the greatest team, Fox Sports Radio. But for one time, I got to disagree with you, Rob.
All right. Well, I appreciate the compliment about the show. Let me hear what you disagree with me on.
Now, I'm a long-time baseball player, and I'm telling you, when you have a guy that can pitch like that, hit 3 home runs in the postseason, that's just it's unheard of. And I know you made the comment about he hadn't showed up, and you were absolutely right when you made that comment. I totally agreed with you, but the guy didn't only show up. He showed up and did something that'll probably never be done again, and we just got to give him his due.
He showed up and he showed out is what he did, John. He
All
showed
right,
up
John,
and showed out.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, buddy.
Appreciate you, John.
How about Jerome in Charleston? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Romy?
Hey, Kevin, either Rob's turning into his friend Stephen A. Smith or he's becoming senile, okay? as hard a sport as baseball is to be relevant in, the man's got an electric arm and an electric bat. Who does that? Nobody.
Okay, but wait a minute, Jerome. The other pitchers on his team did just as well.
So they're great too, Rob.
So it was more about how bad the Brewers were, ridiculous. Not how great that Ohtani was. Don't you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
No, we don't.
He's got an electric arm.
Anybody could have done that. They all did it against the Brewers. The Brewers mailed it in. They didn't show up.
He's the best modern day player in baseball right now, okay?
Is he the best hitter in baseball, Jerome? Yes or no? I don't want you to say no, Jerome. Hello. Jerome. Is he the best hitter in baseball? Yes or no?
Are you turning?
No, Jerome. Jerome, answer my question, please. Is he? No, he's not.
He's the best player
No, I didn't ask you that. I asked you to answer the question. Is he the best hitter in baseball? No, he's not.
He answered your question. You just don't have to agree with him.
Is he the best pitcher
said
in baseball? Yes. Is he the best pitcher in baseball?
Rob, you fighting for your life.
All right, Jerome, thank you. Hang up. You guys in Charleston, y'all don't even have baseball down there. You don't know what you're watching.
Look at you. Look
All
at
right,
you.
Go ahead, Rob.
They've been watching baseball since 1896.
You know what, Rob? There's at least the YouTubians who agree with you.
Okay.
Courtney Miller says, in order to be the best player in baseball, you have to lead a stat in at least one category. Ohtani's never led Major League Baseball in any category. Name one. Doesn't lead in homers, doesn't lead in RBIs, doesn't have a Cy Young, jack of all trades, master of none.
There you go. Bullseye.
That was
Bullseye.
You know how many MVPs he has? How about that?
Where's that
Take
guy?
that.
Where's that guy? He's from
Courtney Miller on YouTube.
Courtney Miller from he lives in Cooperstown, New York. He might know something about baseball.
Hey, it's just you and him.
All
Y'all
right.
can be buddies together.
Real quick, Chili Tim in Atlanta. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Chili?
What up, Rob? You sound like the guy who was coming back from San Francisco this morning that had about 10 drinks, not 10 strikeouts, but about 10 drinks. I was at the game, actually, last night. But, so I'll say this first of all. I still think Barry Bonds is the greatest player I've ever laid my eyes on. That's just my opinion. To me.
Yeah, but he has a long career, and Shohei hasn't had a long enough career yet to be the greatest of who ever played. He just doesn't.
But I will say this. His batting, when you made the comment about he didn't, somebody had 7 RBIs, it's like, well, 10 strikeouts, if I'm keeping the other guys from getting RBIs, that's like me getting an extra 3 RBIs. It's like a quarterback throwing 3 touchdowns and then going on the other side and getting 3 turnovers, giving himself more chances to score more touchdowns. So I will give him credit that I thought it was a phenomenal performance, but in my opinion, still, following baseball as long as I have, I still say Barry Bonds is the best player I've ever
and that's fair.
laid my eyes.
Chili, if that's your opinion, that is fair. But to act like that wasn't incredible, to act like what we've seen is just something regular or normal, is absolutely ridiculous. All right, we got TJ Houshmandzadeh going to join us on the other side. Right now, Steve Sager is going to get a set on what's trending. Hey, Steve.
Hey there, it is Seattle 2-1 at Toronto. In the bottom of the 4th inning, this is Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. Shane Bieber, the Blue Jays starter, lasted 3 2/3, gave up the 2 home runs and 7 hits, about 75 pitches. Leadoff man Julio Rodriguez started the night with a double and scored in the first. He had a solo homer in the third. There was a key out from a reliever as soon as Bieber came out. Louis Varland got Rodriguez to ground out with 2 men on to end the top of the 4th. Games in the bottom of the 4th. Seattle leading Game 7 on the road, 2-1 over the Blue Jays. The World Series starts Friday night on Fox TV against the Dodgers. Albert Pujols is reportedly out of the running for the Angels manager's job, but San Diego and Baltimore are said to be interested. There are 2 NFL games tonight coming up in a half an hour. Seattle hosts Houston. Right now at Detroit, early in the 4th quarter, the Lions are leading the Bucs 21-9. Jahmyr Gibbs, 16 carries, 136 yards rushing, and 2 scores. He also has 3 receptions and 82 yards, so he's over 200 yards from scrimmage.
Take that, Chris McCaffrey.
Jared Goff with 1 touchdown pass early. He has an interception. He's also fumbled. Very little offense from the Bucs for much of the evening. In fact, currently it's about 370 yards to 170, Detroit with the advantage, and a 21-9 lead for the home team. Washington says quarterback Jaden Daniels' hamstring injury is not significant, but they don't know if he'll play next Monday at Kansas City. Panthers quarterback Bryce Young is out this week with a high ankle sprain. 49ers QB Brock Purdy is likely out again this week with a toe injury. Falcons quarterback Michael Penix is said to be day-to-day with a bone bruise in his foot and ankle. By the way, there was an injury for Tampa Bay tonight. Wide receiver Mike Evans returned after the bad hamstring, left in the second quarter this evening with a concussion and shoulder injury after a hard landing on a deep pass. Young wide receiver Emeka Egbuka of the Bucs is playing, coming back from a hamstring injury. He has 3 catches, 28 yards. Back to you.
All right, Steve. Have a great night. Appreciate it. Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a Magic City Monday. Don't forget to be sure to check out the brand new YouTube channel, and you can watch us live on YouTube right now. We are simulcast on there. Check us out. All you got to do is search Odd Couple FSR, and be sure to hit the subscribe button. And don't stop there. Hit the thumbs up. Just right. Do it. Subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. Comment away. We appreciate it. So search Odd Couple FSR. Right now, we're joined by TJ Houshmandzadeh, of course, former wide receiver, and he is also the co-host of Up On Game on Fox Sports Radio, former Pro Bowl wide receiver. Let me put some respect on your name, Hoosh. And Rob asked this question earlier, TJ. Did kids mess your name up? Or like, how did, when you were growing up, your people say your last name?
Yeah, when they first met you, Hoosh.
Oh, hey, look. This was funny, right? The kids, they would just all call me TJ, but you know how you had that substitute teacher?
Oh, yeah.
And they they used to take roll back in the day. So
right.
then, Davis, then they get to the H's and they be like, they'll say Hernandez, and then and then it's a pause, and I'd be like, oh, that's me. I'm TJ. That's me. They didn't even try.
No, I told Rob, they probably look, TJ Houshmandzadeh there.
Oh, man, there used to be so many crazy things, but I've been used to it my whole life. I'm like, hey, I'm TJ. Just call me TJ.
There you go. Right. It's so easy after that. TJ's easy. All right. What isn't easy is the New York Football Giants and Brian Daboll. We've seen this. I get it. The kicker missed, whatever. But that is an ultimate meltdown. And they mishandled that game against Dallas as well. What did you make of that? Giving up 33 points in the fourth quarter and losing that game.
Brutal. You hate to lose a game like that. When you have a rookie quarterback and they go down and score and take the lead, and going into the season, defense wasn't just a strength, it was the team. And they can't hold that lead, but I don't want to point fingers. Yeah, should the kicker have made it? Absolutely. But if you go back to the first play with Bo Nix, and I hate to do this, go watch number 22. Go watch his effort. He's guarding the guy that caught the ball. He's literally jogging like it's a preseason game. If he just keeps his eyes on the ball and the quarterback, he makes the play. And so defensively, I believe Shane Bowen is our defensive coordinator. If I'm Daboll, I'm pissed. I'm pissed because we weren't prepared for that situation.
Well, if you're Daboll,
Daboll should be fired.
I was going to say, that was
TJ.
what I was going to ask. I mean, yeah, you can be mad at him, but this is a couple of games now where he's had some blunders or the team just melted down. Is there a point when they just say, no, we've had enough, or is he tied to Jackson Dart now?
The way Jackson Dart is playing, I'm not letting Daboll go. I'm not. He's playing too well. And see, this is the thing about just football, sports in general, especially sports where you have coordinators, specifically football. He's letting his coaches coach. You don't want to be micromanaging everything that your coaches are doing because now they always going to be looking over their shoulder. So he's letting their coaches coach. But there comes a point in time where you realize, like, oh, I done hired the wrong coach, so now I got to micromanage us. My butt is going to be on the line. So I believe now he will micromanage and replace him when the season is over.
All right, I want to go here because I think me and you went at it about Pete Carroll. And I said he was a pork chop away from not being head coach. But I got to say this. TJ, it's not just about Geno's Pizza being bad and all the interceptions. They don't do anything well. They don't run the football. They don't play defense. They can't stop anybody. They don't pressure the quarterback. They are bad. They are really, really bad. What do you make of what's going on with the Raiders? Because I can't believe how bad they are.
Now, we didn't go at it about this because if you said Pete was bad, I wouldn't disagree with you. But Pete Carroll's a good defensive coach. Offensively, the way that he wants to play football, you can only play that way unless your defense is dominating and you can play out how I like to call it 2 yards in a cloud of dust. You know, Tom Osborne, Nebraska in the late 90s, you know, with Tommy Frazier. Like,
right.
He wants to play such a conservative brand of football, but Geno was turning the ball over early. They weren't running the ball effectively. If Max Crosby doesn't play, they get no pressure on the quarterback. And so for me, was it a bad hire? Yeah, because you look at where they were last year. They're much better last year than they were this year. And they have a better quarterback.
It doesn't even
They have a
it
better
doesn't make
quarterback.
sense that they're as bad as they are, considering where they were. And at
And
some point, go ahead.
They thought they were getting an upgrade. Not only are they worse on offense with a better quarterback and better skill players, they're worse on defense.
Thank you.
A lot worse.
TJ Houshmandzadeh, our guest right now. I want to ask you, man, what do you make of the Chargers right now? I think that's who you had in the Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken.
And yeah, it's a struggle. It's a struggle, but I truly believe in offensive line. When you lose those big dudes up front, you know, Rashawn Slater was lost early on, but Joe Alt went down. I believe Joe Alt will be back. I believe they play Thursday. If he comes back, they're going to get back on track. Herbert has to cut down on the turnovers. He's playing good football. A revelation in OG, Arondé Gaston Jr., if he can give you anything close to what he gave you this past Sunday, they done had great tight ends. And he's a fifth-round rookie, and he done set the record for most receiving yards ever by a tight end and as a rookie. And so they're discovering some things. They just need to be able to protect him more. Defense didn't play well this game. Defense had been very, very good all season until yesterday. And so I believe they're going to get it together. I can't go against my pick now. I just need Herbert to come through and save me.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I was going to say good luck, yeah. But they got some injuries, and maybe there's still time. Kelvin is high on the Colts. He thinks they could get to the AFC Championship game. I'm not there. I just think I've seen a lot of Danny Dimes, and I've seen teams get off to good starts. They haven't beaten a lot of good teams. They're winning the teams you're supposed to beat, so I'm not knocking them for that. Where are you on the Colts? Are they AFC? Are they in the AFC Championship game to you?
You got to be a believer. Like, let's be honest. Are they not a penalty away from being undefeated on a field goal? Like a senseless penalty, a penalty that really you call that to lose. They should be an undefeated team. And so at some point, they need to be given their credit and their just due because nobody expected the Indianapolis Colts and Daniel Jones to do what they're doing. Daniel Jones is an MVP candidate because the Colts have a great record, and he's a catalyst today. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor is running the ball like crazy. The offensive line is ridiculous, but he's making great throws. And I don't know if I would say AFC Championship, but I am a believer in the way the Colts have played for sure.
Yeah, point differential, points per game, rushing yards. I mean,
I just think it's too early for me, and it was just like last year with Sam Darnold. When I'll buy into Daniel Jones? When they're in the AFC Championship game. That's when I'll buy into them.
Hey, the Vikings, I guarantee the Vikings, if they could, would take Sam Darnold right now.
No, they wouldn't because they weren't going to pay that guy. And TJ, the two biggest games of the year, he wet the bed. I'm sorry. If he would have played well in one of those two games, he would have still been on that. They would have signed him. The two biggest games, he came up small, and I think that's what scared them.
They miss him. They should have had him. I'd say they should have kept him then. All right, TJ, appreciate you, man.
Thank you, my man.
Man, y'all keep up the great work. My bad an hour ago, fellas.
Hey, you ain't got to bring it up. It's all good. It's all good, bro.
Right, y'all take care.
Appreciate you, man.
And it's pretty quiet in Toronto right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, about to be, it's still early, but 6 years in a row the home team loses? My goodness.
Still got
Cal
a long way
Riley
to go.
with a home run there.
Big Cal coming through. They got their two big stars. Rodriguez, right? Hit a home run and a leadoff double, and now Cal Riley with the big home run. 3-1, but there's a long way to go. It's just the top of the fifth. Yep.
Yeah, we'll get you updated on that also this Monday Night Football game. It is the Odd Couple. Last call, 877-99 on Fox. 877-99 on Fox. You want to get in on the show? 877-99 on Fox. Last call, Fox Sports Radio. There's some interesting stats when you look at that. There's been a new trend, Rob, in the NFL when it comes to number one picks, specifically when you're talking about quarterbacks. And the Titans, we know this past Monday, they fired head coach Brian Callahan just 6 weeks into his rookie season. That's crazy, right? The number one pick, of course, Cam Ward. Now, this has started to happen 4 of the last 6. This is your 4th straight number one quarterback that has lost a coach, and the conversation becomes, where's the patience for these franchises with these coaches? Because, Rob, I was thinking, in order for you to get the number one pick, generally speaking, you had to be bad. And you can't be bad and like, oh, we just need that one piece. Right. That means you're usually going to have bad offense. Maybe the offensive line's bad. Maybe your defense is terrible. And so the idea that a coach is just going to come in and automatically change the game, in this case 6 weeks, but and all of a sudden turn your entire franchise around. This isn't the NBA where we landed Tim Duncan or we landed Derrick Rose or we landed LeBron, where things can shift and change. You can see the momentum swing in your franchise. But these coaches they are on a short lease, period. And that's just where sports are right now. You can be coach of the year and be coach of unemployment the very next year in any sport, any league. And that's where we are. But I just find it interesting because when you get that second coach, that's where you start to get the success. So if you're Caleb Williams, well, as soon as you get Ben Johnson, now you guys are 3-3. He's starting to look a little bit better as a quarterback, and things start to look better for you. So I don't know if teams are starting to see a little bit of, hey, let's get, this ain't working, get rid of him and find the next guy, because there's been a little bit of track of success with these number one picks in that regard. But man, a year with the number one pick quarterback?
Nah, I just think it's where we are. It's just where we are in sports. There is no 3 to 5 year plan. Nobody's waiting around. People are trying to win now for these jobs. There's a lot of money at stake. People they're not waiting around. I'm not going to wait around to see if you can coach or not. And can you just give me this? Rob G, first guess or second guess? Nathaniel Hackett, after whatever it was, week 1 or 2, didn't we say he can't coach? He's not. Remember, he had to hire somebody to keep time for him, and
yeah.
we're like, he's
Couldn't
not.
hack it.
He can't hack it. He wasn't ready. Like, everybody's not a head coach, and sometimes you look. What would scare me in New York with Aaron Glenn is they're not competitive. You can lose. Don't tell me, oh, well, we're a close game. We just got to be able to No. You were not competitive. Even when they lost to Dallas and they put up those points at the end, that game was long over. Those numbers, stop it. It wasn't close. That's what's scary. Dallas has like the worst defense, and they couldn't score until the final 8 minutes. Really? When they took their foot off the gas.
No. They look awful because, again, they're not just losing where you're like, all right, we're getting better. They are looking bad on both sides of the ball for the most part. But look at that. I want to list some of these names for you. So since 2016, 6 total quarterbacks, all former number one picks, did not make it through their rookie season with the same head coach the whole way through. Jared Goff, when he had Jeff Fisher, he looked awful. Jeff Fisher.
But Jeff Fisher was a terrible offensive coach.
Horrible.
I mean, like
that
really
was not
bad.
his thing. Defense was his thing.
Right,
and now you get the number one pick.
offense was awful.
And then as soon as Sean McVay comes.
I remember Eric Dickerson had a thing with him.
Yep, I actually remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, because of the offense was like, what? What is this?
Because he was stuck in it. Yeah, a lot of those guys get stuck in that way. Then you had Baker Mayfield with Hugh Jackson. He didn't make it. That was in 2018. Trevor Lawrence with Urban Meyer. We know how that worked out.
Well, Urban now with some other extenuating
extracurricular activities. Bryce Young with Frank Reich in 2023.
Don't shake your head about Urban Meyer. It's not an urban myth.
No, it ain't.
It was an urban stiff. I'm just saying.
Rob, caution. Rob,
caution. Rob, caution.
And you know what? You know what I might do? First of all, you're stupid. That's why I'm moving on.
Don't get fired.
I want us to make it 5 more years. You know who? You know how you always bring up.
Notice that?
Yeah,
the number went down.
That's true. Well, no, because the year
No,
that's right. 1 down. You're right. 5 to go.
Okay.
You know how you keep bringing up Hackett? I think somebody might one up your Hackett.
Who was that?
That is Matt Eberflus. Of guys where you're watching in real time, where you're like,
he can't coach.
This dude does not know what he's doing. Right. And I'm not. Hey, he's good. as a coordinator,
but
as a head coach,
right?
Man, he didn't know how to use timeouts. He didn't know how to close out a quarter. He didn't know situational things. He didn't have Caleb Williams in the best position. Matt Eberflus was up there as another one, and then now Cam Ward with Brian Callahan. Key Glock, Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday.
R.I.P. Dolph.
R.I.P. Dolph, man. Young Dolph. Getting ready to get to last call here in just a second, but keeping you updated on the games. 24-9 Lions up on the Bucks with 9:42 there. We got a ALCS Game 7. Mariners are up 3-1. And you have the Blue Jay Springer up now at 1 out. No out. Lead off.
No walks. You can't walk guys.
Nope.
But Springer
because
just
a bloop and a blast.
He just winced. He's really struggling.
I saw that.
Yeah, like.
By the way, going back to this Monday night, we were talking to Rob G a second ago. He was saying how the Lions banged up a little bit on the back, and I said not to mention they're missing Branch, who I was worried about because he punched Juju. I'm like, I completely forgot about that. I was like, Branch, he's their one of their best players defensively, and he obviously punched Juju, so he's out this game. So
I wonder if you got to take Springer out. Did you see that?
Yeah, he just went. Nah, he's a Kirk Gibson type. You know what I mean? Like he's
yeah, you're right. Probably but
game
he just
7
looks bad.
I
You
agree.
can't give up at bats. You know what I'm saying? Like he just doesn't look like you saw. He swung and was wincing.
Yeah, he was. But man, listen, plus you got this guy coming up. Vlad getting ready to come up here.
You know who wasn't wincing when they swung the bat earlier in the last inning?
Who was that?
The big dumper, Cal Raleigh.
I know.
He wasn't the MVP.
I don't know why Rod would give him more love.
Well, because he's the MVP.
I give him love.
No,
He's not the MVP.
He'll win.
He's not.
He's
this one I want to bet you on. You want to bet? Here we go. We got a moment.
I'll do wings. I'm not putting no J's.
No J's on it.
No. The Lions give me my J's. I'm not worried about that.
Well, let's do J's on it.
No.
Here's a chance.
No.
You see what he did in the
postseason. I like to put J's on something I can I can see what the Lions are going to be.
Why?
This is a subjective thing.
No, but you're
this is subjective. I don't know. There might be a bunch of Rob Parkers out there who think Ohtani is just mid.
You're saying that you believe that he's going to win the MVP. Why wouldn't you take a pair of
Because
Jordans?
I think I know people.
Rob G,
like I told you with Josh Allen. See, I'm a student of people, Rob Parker.
No.
And people, it's not even that you're wrong. It's that people are humans.
No.
And people get fatigued, like I told you.
Not,
they're going to go Lamar, Jack. And it's the truth.
It's
You're right.
not
It shouldn't be.
Because that's why Lamar was first team all.
Well, we just
NFL.
saw it happen in the NFL this season.
No.
So
but
that's why I don't understand why.
That's what I'm telling him.
But that wasn't fatigue. That was.
What was it?
And former players who, like Josh Allen, decided that they felt like they wanted to give him something.
Because
Seriously.
it's fatigue.
No, it's not fatigue.
Lamar's got enough. He might get another one. Josh deserves it. He hasn't had one yet.
They like Josh Allen.
But it wasn't just players. It was writers, too, who flipped. It was just the people that you knew were two players.
But there wasn't that many votes that were flipped.
There was 50 voters.
Yeah, but the flipped votes were.
But it was more than two people who flipped.
Was it? Dan Orlovsky?
It was at least 10.
No, it wasn't no writers. Get the list.
Pull up the list. We got about a minute
and a half.
But
the other guys don't have their list published, though.
No, I'm just saying, I don't believe
the
10
reason why Orlovsky and
Acho
got it because they're public on television saying,
but
I went this and this.
But that's a reason that you should look at these guys.
And let's say it's because they.
I've never seen them. the whole time we talked about it before.
The streak, it was like 12, 20 or something.
Never
the streaks of All-Pro. But that's what I said to you. It's not that I said
Josh Allen.
Lamar Jackson is the best. I was screaming it all right there with you.
That makes no sense.
But I get it. But I know people do that. People say, "Well, look at it this way." Subconsciously, people go.
I'm gonna tell you right now. A lot of people are gonna be like, "See, this is why Kyle Raleigh should be the MVP." It's not gonna be based on that. That's a regular season award. Judges' numbers are so far superior.
I don't disagree. And
if Kyle Raleigh would have set the American League record, broken judges, he would be MVP. There's no doubt about it. And what he did was have a tremendous season. But the numbers don't stack up.
And here's where I would counter that, though.
Doesn't he have the narrative going for him
that's what I'm saying.
Judge doesn't have?
He has the counter. First of all, judges won a bunch. He beat the catcher's record, switch hitter record, and he beat a Mariners record home runs. And he also is a catcher every day.
He's out. The Mariners historically are not good, and for them to be a good team this year.
No.
I'm just telling you, this is how it works.
He's not saying he agrees that he should have won.
I'm telling you, I know people. I know how people ride. They're going to ride the wave of a story.
Let's bet wings. You want to bet wings?
I'll put wings on it. I'll put wings on it. No, don't worry about it, Roger. I got it.
Okay.
Double wings for me.
Wings are on it.
Let's go Dumber, baby.
You almost made me spit the water out. Yeah, man. You're going to learn about these storylines.
These guys, awful.
You're betting against people, Rob. That's what it is.
Not just numbers.
Yeah.
I give you just numbers.
No, those are the people who come up with these things. The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?